Yep, it's still charging up. All right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And it's called Spirit and Truth. I, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. You know what? That sure is all right with me. Yes, it is. I got a pretty good topic here. I'm going to be a little here and a little there, but I'm finna bring out a lot of spirit and truth of the whole matter of many things. I want to start with Matthew's. I want to start off with Matthew's 19. Matthew's. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. We're going to start off with Matthew's 19. And I titled this message, Spirit and Truth. And I'm coming from Matthew's chapter 19 and verse 4 through 6. I want to cover this here because I want you all to see how in the year of 2023, how we have come away from spirit and truth of the whole matter. It doesn't matter if it's in front of you or if the spirit lives in you and teaching you. It's not going to stop people from coming to and fro with their theory and their way of flesh understanding, flesh wisdom, flesh knowledge. They want you to use that more so than anything that rests within you. They want you to use that which you can see and believe. The people in the world today, they base things on what they can see and believe. They don't want something you can't see and have the faith to believe in just that. They don't want that. They don't have no dealings with it. Even though you got churches on every corner, just because it's a church and it's drawing a crowd, a multitude, and they got a pastor singing and music, it doesn't mean that it is teaching, preaching any spirit and truth. It's just that which it is, a building with a man or a woman preaching, teaching, and you got your music, and it's in you can just about go everywhere, every corner you see a church. But just because it's there doesn't mean it's under any righteousness, belief, faith, and fear of the Most High Yah. Just because they are there. So I want you to. I want to show you how people have come up out of spirit and truth, the understanding that's behind, and back it up and back it down. Spirit and truth. How they just don't believe in going nowhere near. I was thinking while I was in the water about 3 minutes ago, and I was just washing my face, and it dawned on me that people who've been on this devil platform longer than 4 years, they've been teaching y'all trash, and they are not going to settle for nothing but just trash to feed you all. They are not going to pull up and pull out spirit and truth. They're going to continue to give you what they've been giving you because you've been giving them something. Y'all been feeding each other. And with that being said, that's why they continue in what they began at the beginning. They continue to teach you the same thing. Sometimes they go way back in the back, what they taught before, to bring up so you can eat from that plate. None of it carries spirit and truth. But they know that when I was speaking this and speaking that. I got a lot of subscribers, a lot of likes. I got a lot of numbers. I might need to just keep doing this over and over and over, or talking about certain subjects to keep you entertained, just like Satan entertained Adam and Eve. That's what they're doing on these devil platforms, and I don't have no problem with it. Matter of fact, yeah, I don't have no what he say, Deborah. What are you talking about? This need be. It's okay. It is what it is. It is what it was. It is what it is. It is what it's going to be. You just stay right where you was predestined, ordained. You stay right in your lane. Okay. Now in Matthew chapter 19, and we will go to verse 4 and 5 and 6. Just hear this. This is when Yeshua is being tempted by the Pharisees. Now they're tempting him almost to the point where they know it's not righteous, but yet Moses told them it was okay. They know that it's not righteous, but yet as long as another man told them, oh, it's okay, but we finna bring it before him. So if they were tempting him, what were they tempting him in regards to? Seeing if he's going to say the same thing Moses said or say something different. I bet you just went over your head, didn't it? It went all the way over your head. If you did not catch that, it flew over your head pretty fast. Listen to this. We're going to go to verse 3. Matthew chapter 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him. Now, what are they tempting him about? Right or wrong? Are they tempting the Yeshua regarding right or wrong? They tempting him to see what he's going to say, because what Moses said gave them leeway to do what they were doing. Moses told them one thing, even though they knew it wasn't the will of the Father. Go over your head again. It's going to go over your head again. Reason why I'm going to come from Matthew's, I'm going to go to Genesis next. I'm just showing you the things that you all have totally missed. And you all been in these verses I'm speaking of and I'm covering. I'm just showing you how spirit and truth has not hit you. It has not knocked you across the head yet. And everything I'm going to touch tonight is going to be spirit and truth in a way you have never heard it. Let's go back. Matthew chapter 19, verse 3. The Pharisees also came to him, tempting him. What are you tempting him regarding? Right or wrong? What are you tempting him? Listen to this. And saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? What's the part that they tempted? Why is it? It sounds like they're asking the question, doesn't it? Let's see. And saying, this is what they said. They're saying this to Yeshua. And saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? What are they doing? Sound like they're asking him a question. But it said that they were tempting him. That shows you that the question in which they are asking him, they know. They know the answer already. Even though they take leeway toward what Moses said. They just want to see if he's going to say the same thing Moses is going to say. And that's what they tempted. And if Yeshua would have said the same thing Moses would have said, guess what they would have said? He can't be righteous. He can't be righteous. See the tempt? See how he was tempting? See how they was tempting him? You don't get it, do you? It sounds like they was just asking a question. So why is asking a question tempting Yeshua? Because they tempting him, seeing if he's going to give them the same answer that Moses gave him. And if Yeshua give him the same answer as Moses, then they can say that he is not who he said he is. And I would agree with them. Because they knew the answer that Moses gave them, they already knew it was not righteous. It was not just. It was not the will of the Father. And they still portrayed and took on what Moses said. They lived that, you guys. So now here come Yeshua, and they finna tempt him and see if he would say the same thing Moses said. So if Yeshua would have said the same thing Moses said, then he could not have been the Messiah. He could not have been righteous. That's what they were tempted, to see if he said the same wrong answer that Moses said. You see how Moses, everybody in the Hebrew Israelite, they stand on the shoulders of Moses. This is a prime example how men can be looked at one another and put each other too high up on a pedestal to the point they cannot be wrong. And yes, they can. If Moses was in error here, telling them that they could, and now when Yeshua come on the scene, they finna tempt him and see if he gonna say the same thing. If Yeshua would have said the same thing Moses said, guess what? He couldn't have been the Messiah. He couldn't have been righteous. Let's go on. And they said, let's go, verse 3. And the Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him. And saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? They asking a question. So what is that, a question, or is it they're tempting him? They're tempting him because they already know the answer. They just want to see if he's going to give them the same answer Moses gave. And they already knew that the answer that Moses gave them was not righteous. Ain't that deep? That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. I know that's went all over your head because right now, Sister Deborah is in the spirit of totally spirit and truth. And that's what I'm about to put out tonight. Now listen to what verse 4 said. And he answered and he said unto them something that I would have said, but I wouldn't have been nice about it. I would not have been nice, and I don't think he was nice about it. Listen to this. And verse 4, Matthew chapter 19 and verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read? You see that? That answer right there. Have you not read that he which made them? Now you notice he said, this is spirit and truth, y'all. This is spirit and truth. You notice where you say it says, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning? Now, do you see Yeshua taking the position of the creator here? No, he's giving the prompts to the Father. He's giving the authority to Yahuwah. He's giving all power to his right hand. Because when he said, have ye not read that he's talking about the Father, Yahuwah, the creator, which made them. And you notice the slant. My Bible got them slanted because that's a mystery. That's a mystery of spirit and truth. He wants you to think real hard on them. At the beginning, made them male and female. Now, the next them wasn't slanted. In verse 4, you see them, T-H-E-M, slanted. But when you get down at the last verse, it also said them, but it's upright. What's the difference? He's sending a spiritual message. I've always told you, when you see something slant like that, that's y'all sticking in. That's him coming up in there, trying to get those who are spirit and truth, those who are elect. The ones, remember he said, if it was so, it would fool the very elect, because he got his elect down here. You see, and they're not going to be fooled by whatever the Roman Catholic has smeared and tampered with, because they're going to be able to recognize the fingerprint of the Most High right hand. Isn't that beautiful? They're going to be able to recognize the fingerprint. And when you see that word THMEM slanted, that's the fingerprint of the Most High's right hand finger. Okay? At the beginning, made male and female. So right there, he stopped them and let them know. He, who is he? The Father, who is he? Yahuwah, at the beginning, when he created things, do you hear the Son trying to connect? Do you hear the Son trying to take a position as if he's the creator? Do you hear the Son saying, I am the Father who created those things in the beginning? Do you hear the Son saying, me and my Father created those things in the beginning? No, he stepped into them. Wait a minute. Have you not read? He's sending a sign, not just for them, but to Sister Deborah right here. Deborah, don't put so much of your heart into nothing down here on this earth. Because this book been down here longer than you have. And as long as man has existed. The rest of them are dead, but those that all live today, before any of them was here, this book was here before them. This book here was here before anybody is living on this face of this earth right now. So therefore, here he said, have you not read? From the beginning, that he which made them. I like how he slanted them, because I'm going to tell you something about that them. I try to give people spirit and truth so they can understand that this way that this world has orchestrated their walk in sin and darkness and wickedness has taken themselves out of the order of the Most High God. See, remember I said, he said in the beginning, if they don't grip Genesis 1 and 2, meaning if they don't bring that to their bosom and never let it go and get it, not read it, precept it, line it, understand it in their flesh, no, that's not what he's talking about. Through him, you can understand Genesis 1 and 2. Here he said, same thing, Deborah, that the Father had to keep drilling in me and not let go no matter what Negroes say, no matter what heathens and Gentiles say. You hold firm to what I say, for I am who I say that I am, not them. Now listen to this. Have you not read that he, the Father, which made, now then he slant them. He's putting a signature in you all right now. That word them carry power. That's the order this world have gotten out of. Matter of fact, that was one of the main powers. An order that was created that men have gotten out of. Let's go there again. It's going over your head. My spirit can feel it. I think I'm going a little bit deep, but I can't go deep without the Father backing me up and down. And look like for me, for my field, he's telling me to pull on in. Okay, and I'm going to do just that. Strictly spirit and truth. So if you don't know nothing about spirit and truth, you need to boot your tail up off this page, because that's what Sister Deborah pulling in with. Okay, now going back to verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, the Pharisees, this is Yeshua telling them, because they're tempting him on a question in which they put before Moses, and Moses gave them an unrighteous answer. Moses gave them an unrighteous answer. So now they say, let's see what he's going to say. That's what they tempted him with, to see if he's going to say the unrighteous answer that Moses said, or is he going to pull up with the righteous? Okay. The reason why you know it's the unrighteous that Moses gave them is because they knew it was unrighteous. They knew what Moses was saying wasn't right, but they was content because it came from who? The mouth of a man. Who is who? Moses. So that's why they portrayed it. They actually lived this the way Moses said, which was unrighteous. You see? But now they trying to tempt him. And he said, have ye not read? This wasn't a part of my paper study, but he wants me to pull it in. And it said, Have ye not read that he? So he's saying to me to say to you all out there in the listening audience, right there is a very powerful punch of what Sister Deborah has spoken to you all regarding if you missed Genesis 1 and 2, you have missed this whole book. Now one would agree with that. You know why? Because they would have to repent and step down and never get back up. And they can't afford to do that. They would rather continue to teach you a lie than to stand in righteous. And y'all said, Deborah, you know I don't have no problem with it because my books is closed. See, I said something on the video that was very powerful, and I don't know where it come from. Even though I knew it, I wasn't planning on saying that. The books are closed, y'all. The books are closed. What part of that? You know what? 90 million times 90 million billion couldn't get it. The books are closed. You got the books, BOOKS, and you got the Lamb Book of Life. All of them are closed. They was closed before heaven and earth was created. Hallelujah. Everything was already written. I love that because that shows me how powerful my Father is. That he can write it up and write it down, close it, and say, he rests now. That's why I say I can rest therein, because I can rest in his bosom, because he got this. He got this here, y'all. He got this, okay? So here is a big, powerful mystery, okay? And this is what he was saying in I think it's in Revelation chapter 10, that if you're going to get anything, you're going to get it from his servants, the prophets. Any mystery or anything, that's the only one going to get it. And he was telling me in the water when I went there to wash my face, he said, Deborah, do you understand? These people don't have who they think they have, and they're up under. Mine is very few. So all these people that's on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of this mess, YouTube, y'all just running in a dark circle with darkness. Because he said he is, this is what he said. I believe these people really believe. Not that he don't know. This is what he said to me. They really believe I'm going to let Satan have all of his and I ain't going to have me none out there. And I never thought of it like that. But it's true. It is so true. When I finished watching my face, I said, dang, I never thought of it like that, Father. You got to have yours too. He said, if I created everything, what makes you think I'm going to just have Satan's out here? Even though you can look and see 95% is him, but I'm going to have mine out there too. Mine is out there. And this is what people are ignoring. The fact of the ones that has the light, the ones that speak in spirit and truth. Now I'm going to give you a mystery right here. If you look at this here, Matthew chapter 19 and verse 4, he said to them, have ye not read? Bam, he cut off. That he which made them, he didn't say, me and my Father is one, we made him. Them, I made them in the heaven. He letting you know I ain't got a thing as the Son of Man to do with creation. That's what Yeshua is saying. And he said it so many times. But they still don't get it. They still want to make him God. He is the Son of Man. Now watch this here. And it says, this is what Yeshua said to that he which made them, meaning who? At the beginning, Deborah, made them male and female. So I will buckle up against Yeshua and say, well, Yeshua, why is he showing me the slanted one? Why is he showing me them? It's because it keeps you in remembrance. Then the Ruach HaKodesh supposed to come and bring things back to your remembrance, Deborah. Yes. Well, this is what he's showing you to remember what he said. If they missed Genesis 1 and 2, they'd have missed the whole book. Because here it is again. Them is slanted to remind you, I never said him. I said them. So everything they doing in the world and done in the world everything they did in the book, everything that's been jotted down that is of the finger of the Most High Spirit, let me tell you, it has all been wrong. So when you see the world the way that it is, it didn't get like this today. This is a product of how it was out of order yesterday. You get what I'm saying? Show you another example. Here you're going to pull up, and it's in the book as Genesis 1, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6. Hold up, I got a question. Look like down when he first created everything and people was multiplied. Why did he end the earth and he just created it? You see? You see? Why? End it. And he destroyed it. Booted right back up, knowing it's just going to take off from what was left. It didn't take off with a new thing, y'all. It just took off where it left off. Ooh, you better stop there, you're going to get yourself in trouble. That's all. So say, for instance, Noah and Ark. It just took off from where it left off. You see? So when Sister Deborah see he ended after creating it, all of a sudden he ended. What kind of stuff is that? Look, I do this. I run this. You know? You're going to end it at right after you created it, boot it down, bring you right back up. None! It's going to redo the same thing. Same thing. How do you know? He turned around and brought the Messiah down, and the Messiah said it's going to be like the days of Noah. And he said it's going to be like the days of Lot. What he's saying? Like it was when he destroyed it, the same mindset is today. You see? So it just got rebooted up. It didn't erase what they did and what they were doing. It didn't erase it. It killed everything, but something came out. Anytime that man come out, it brings the sin. Like, set another example. Look at Lot. He brought them daughters out. Solomon, Gomorrah, and all the surrounding cities destroyed. Who pulled out? Who did y'all pull out? He pulled them out. They brought the sin out. It always come out, baby. It don't never get destroyed. I said another example. When Yeshua was standing far off a man that was possessed, and they came, and the spirits, the demons, asked him, "Have you come before the appointed time to destroy us?" And remember, they asked him, "Can they go into the pigs before their appointed time? If you would allow us to go into the pigs." When he let them go into the pigs, who drowned? The pigs, not them. See, it don't y'all get what I'm saying? So just because those demons that was in the man got an opportunity to run into the pigs, it wasn't destroying them. It destroyed the pigs, but they went on their lonesome. So if you think for 1 minute today ain't the product of yesterday, you lost without a cause. So when you see them, the Father say, if they missed Genesis 1 and 2, they missed the whole thing. Right on, Father. Now I understand exactly what sin started. That's exactly where it started. And it never decreased. It increased by great numbers to what you see today. Right here, the mystery in it is them. Your Bible might not have it, but them, THEM, is slanted. That is a mystery for me. That is for me to know that he's telling me that in the beginning, like Yeshua is saying to the Pharisees, in the beginning, Deborah, do you see them? That's the way I created. I never created it for him. So everything that a woman is out of and everything a woman is not participating in, that is out of the will of the Father. Out of the will of the Father. When he say rule, that makes the final decision. Rule do not take the perfect will and throw it in the trash and become the will of man. No. In the beginning, Genesis 1 and 2 was the perfect will. Let us make them. Never said him. He said, then I want to do this on the earth. So what you see today, you don't see women participating. So when you see them trying to get equal rights, Yah assigned that in the beginning. Because he called them. Man ruling over women still don't give him the right to cut out on the creator, the creation, the creator who created it to be them, multiply, them, get dominion over the earth, them, rule, control. How did it come? Him. Because they stepped out of the Genesis 1 and 2 and they switched it, and that's where it started, way back then. So this is what you see today. They've been out of his order. That's why I say don't take me to no Torah. Get your tail somewhere and sit down. You don't even know Torah. Because if you don't know, Genesis 1 and 2 shows that men are out of order from the beginning. And this is what Yeshua, here goes Yeshua pulling on in. Yeshua coming on in what they call the new, ain't no new. But it's being said that in this book that he answered and he said unto them, have you not read? What you mean, Yeshua, have they not read? I'm sitting here telling them in the year 2023, telling them right now they haven't. I'm sitting here telling them in the year 2023, they have not read. I'm sitting here telling them in the year 2023, they have dropped the ball on Genesis 1 and 2. So I'm telling them the same thing he said. Because what he's saying here is in the beginning. Why? What's wrong with that beginning? What you talking about? Wait a minute, hold up. In the beginning? Wait a minute. Let's see what he's talking about. Matthew chapter 19, verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? The mystery is the word them that's slanted. That's for me. Okay. It's letting me know that it's pulling it back, like I tried to explain to people. If you miss those two verses, you miss the whole book. I don't care if you think you can read this book back to front, front to back, precept and line, and find every lost book that's lost. You still lost. Because every book that's lost can't override Genesis 1 and 2. Because that's when it was perfect. So this is exactly what Yeshua is coming back and saying. The beginning, Deborah, take them back to the beginning. So when he's saying to the Pharisees, thousands of years later, the Messiah come telling them the same darn thing Sister Deborah telling y'all. Here it is, year 2023. Telling y'all the same thing. Have y'all not read? Y'all can't see in the beginning how he created it? You still don't know. Yeshua telling the Pharisees the same thing I'm sitting here saying to you all. Same thing. Have you not read in the beginning, y'all? What's going on in the beginning? At the beginning, made them male and female. So let's back up in the beginning of what Yeshua is talking about. Watch this here. What are you talking about, Yeshua? What are you trying to pull up and pull out? He said, Deborah, pulling in on 26 and 27 of Genesis chapter 1. And Yah said, let us make man in our image and our likeness, and let them, hallelujah, and let who? Them, and let who? Them have dominion over fish of the sea, over the fowls, the air, over the cattle, the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth. Wait, hold up. You mean to tell me not only was he overriding the law that Moses told him, he's showing you right there. See, Deborah, this is why I don't want you to be bent up and bent down. It's already written. It ain't that they don't see what you see. They can't see because I ain't giving the eyes to see. Nor can they hear because I ain't giving the ears to hear. They might as well kick rocks. Because it don't make no sense that even his servants can bring it and you still can't see it. All these thousands of years you couldn't see it then, you can't see it now. Yeshua come on the scene, he told them, and they still couldn't see it. Now here, he's busting a whole hole in the wall. Because what he's saying right here is taking you back to what Sister Deborah is trying to get y'all to understand. man has taken away the righteous creation order of the Father in Genesis 1 and 2. They took it out. Now listen to this. So he said, tell them Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them, who is them? What did Yeshua say in Matthew chapter 19, verse 4? Male and female. That's the them he talking about. He ain't talking about males with an S. He ain't talking about females with an S. He's talking about them as male and female. Man and woman. He's not talking about them as men. He's not talking about them as women. He know his order to where the Messiah came back and said the same darn thing. And they missed it then too. Here we are today. And this is why he says, don't hurt yourself. This stuff is written, Deborah. It's going according to where it is written. And y'all, we're gonna cover that. Now, here we are, he says in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth. He's letting them know. Who you telling got dominion over that, Father? Them, Deborah. I never said him. And they won't find it, because if anything been smeared, this is where you try to tell them that the Roman Catholic did that. Because in the perfect will, when there was no sin, I did. They don't pay no attention to that. But they go in here and pull out everything that's smeared. Because man smeared it out of Yah's order, so the men would have full dominion out of the perfect will. So what did he say? He said, go to verse 27. So Yah created man in his own image. In the image of Yah created him, him, male and female created them. So this is what Yeshua is pulling up and pulling down. Have you not read? It's always been them. Hallelujah. You can get every preacher, pastors, a bishop, apostle, teacher, prophet, prophetess. They can teach Maureen, seer, watchman, and they'll still tell you a lie. But he's telling Yeshua, come and say the same thing Yah's perfect will said. Have you not read the perfect will? That's what he's telling them. How do you know if they talking about the perfect will, Deborah? Because he said, he that which made them, when did he make it? In Genesis 1. Then he said, he that made them, then he got to slant it them to remind me, keep in mind, don't ever let go. It's always been them. It never been him. So he said, he that made them at the beginning, Deborah, made them male and female. He took them right back to the beginning and said the purpose of Yah's creation never was him. So you finna pull up to me and tell me a man should divorce his wife? How can that be? How can it be a choice that is unlawful question for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Listen how deep they say it. Every cause. You see how man has pulled away from the perfect will of God to where he said, y'all ain't even paying attention to this. I can feel this. His wife in Matthew chapter 19 and verse 3. This is what the men are saying. Put away his wife for every cause. That means anything she do, you can put them away. And he's trying to figure out, wait a minute, hold up. Y'all have totally forsaken the will of my Father. Because in the beginning, he created male and female. He created them. His purpose is for him and her to come together, no longer being one. No longer being two, but being one in this thing. So what are you all talking about? Giving yourself that power to put that woman away for everything. They ain't said, can they put her away for a cause? They said for any reason they don't want her finished sexing her out the way they want her and getting her to do everything, and then we can put her away. Can we do that? The answer he gave them now makes a lot of sense when he asked them, have you not read? Now that makes sense, because haven't you not read is the answer. They haven't read, they've been told by the mouth of a man. So they just assume that, okay, we can put her away from everything. We can put her away for everything, every cause. That's what they was asking them, y'all. They didn't say if she did this, if he did this, and she did this and this. They said for every cause. They bring it up before the Messiah. That's deep. To me, that's very disrespectful, but it's very disrespectful. But what did he say? He said in the beginning, made them male and female, letting him know they are one. You are one with your wife. No, you cannot just. And then you got the audacity to come to me and say for whatever cause, when you want another woman, you can put her away. See, this is how they was trapping him. That's how they was trapping him, waiting for him to give them the same answer. Who gave it to him? Moses. Verse 5, Matthew 19, verse 5, and answered and said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. So if a man and a wife, a man and a woman is in the eyes of Yah, the one that created them, it's no longer two flesh but one. So how can this one? This is what y'all ain't know. This is going over your head too. What he's saying here is this, Deborah. What they doing today with polygamy? They are practicing homosexual. They are practicing actually homosexual. They are practicing homosexual. They are committing adultery in the process of practicing homosexual. Now, I'm just not finding that out, y'all. While I'm talking to y'all, this is what he's showing me. Well, where is he showing you this at? Go back to verse 5. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 5. Now, see, I'm learning this today. Listen to what he says. And said, for this cause shall a man leave his mother and his father, and he shall cleave to his wife. Now, listen to this here. And they two shall become one flesh. What is that one flesh? That means no woman should be able to have her husband, and no man should be able to have his wife. Why? They are one flesh. When you got other women and they coming into your husband, they coming into you. Read it. Just look at it, y'all. I know it went over your head. You can't see it, can you? You might not see it, but I don't care if you can't see it or not. I'm teaching this thing, and I'm learning more than I have ever regarding this. Now, see, I wasn't planning on digging this deep. As I'm looking in here, once you become one flesh, he said they were two. Man leave his mother and his father. Here we go. And he what? Cleave to his wife. Now they're one flesh. So when a man turn around and get other wives, whose flesh are they going into? Is it the man? Or is it the oneness, the woman and the man? The women are going into a homosexual lifestyle when they go into the husband, because the husband body don't belong to him. It belongs to the wife. And the wife body don't belong to her. It belongs to him. So that's why they are one in the eyes of the Most High Yah. He don't see them as you over here and you over here, and I can have me many wives. That's not how y'all see it. Yeshua's backing it up and he backing it down. But it's only spirit and truth. So if you don't get it, boot your tail up out of this platform that I'm on, because you don't know what spirit and truth is. The truth of the matter is telling you right there, polygamy is a no-no. Why do you say that again? Let me break that thing to you again. Yeshua has said it. Yeshua said it right here. Matthew chapter 19, verse 5, and said, for this cause shall a man leave his mother and his father and his mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they, the two, shall be one flesh. One flesh. One flesh. So if that man wants to get him two more wives, He got to come through the woman's flesh to get to the man flesh. The woman wants to get her another husband and another man. The man have to come. They have to come to her husband. So they commit homosexual. Yes, because y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it. One flesh. Chapter 19 of Matthew, verse 5. One flesh. One. They were two. But when they marry, they become one. Any more women come in, they got to come in through the woman. Why? His body don't belong to him. It belongs to her. For you to come in, you got to go through her. And to go through her, you have to step into a homosexual lifestyle. And that's the only way. Because his body belongs to her. It don't belong to these other women. Do y'all get it? Anybody that, if you get that, put a thumbs up. If you don't, that's good too. It's fine if you don't. But then just listen to that now. It's telling you they become one flesh. Now, if this didn't tell you they become one flesh, then we can say, okay, he went and got him some other wives. But it's letting you know, Deborah Heavens, Yeshua telling him, the way he created it in the beginning was when that husband and wife, they become one flesh. One flesh. That means they one. His body belonged to her. Her body belonged to him. So do that mean that he can have other wives? If he's willing to have his wife too. That's homosexual, y'all. That's what they're doing. They're practicing blind homosexual. And it tells you in the Bible, in this book, his body don't belong to him. It belongs to his wife. If his body belongs to his wife, why are other women having him? They can't answer that. Why are other women sleeping with him and her body and his body is one? It doesn't make any sense, do it? Same thing. How could she have another man and her body don't belong to her, it belongs to him? That means if she have another man, they're actually in a homosexual lifestyle. Why? Because her and her husband are one flesh. It's telling y'all, look at it. What is flesh? They are one flesh according to the Creator. We're talking spirit and truth. So having these outside relationships is bringing in, the word is not polygamy, whoremongy, prostitute, adultery. That's what it's bringing in. Because he told you your body don't belong to you. It belongs to your wife. So how is it other women can have your body? They got to come through her because y'all and her, you and her is one flesh. Do y'all get that? It doesn't make any sense. But this is how they teaching these people. And this is spirit and truth. This is something people ain't been taught. Ain't gonna be taught because they've been already too brainwashed to see that. Verse 6, it says, wherefore they are no more. See, oh my goodness. Woo! They are no more. Now, this is the Messiah talking. They didn't believe Yeshua at the beginning. They don't believe they didn't believe Yahuwah, the Creator, at the beginning, and they sure don't believe Yeshua today. That's why I don't listen to these men. Don't listen to nothing they got to say. Because right here it says, wherefore they are no more two, but one flesh. What therefore Yah has joined together, let not man put us under. Now what he's saying there, let me tell you something. Notice where it says they become two. They're no longer, they become one. They're no longer two. Why did you think, anybody in live chat, why do you think he had to repeat that twice? Because that's what the flesh of man is. They need to be repeated so he makes sure he crossed that T and dot that I's in the name of the Most High Yah. That's what he's doing. He's crossing that T and dotting that I in the name of the Most High Yah. Because he didn't have to say it twice. Look at what he did. He said it twice. Same thing twice. Because he's showing you this is firm, y'all. I don't care what they add on to it. I don't care what they want to add and take away according to the hunger of their flesh lust, the flesh of their eyes, the lust of their eyes, the lust of their flesh. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want, but you are committing adultery. You are whoremongering, and you are practicing homosexual. How you like me now? Ain't that deep? Because if y'all saying you want flesh, then how is it you can have other women? You're one flesh. He said her body belonged to you, men, but he said your body, men, belong to her. How could your body belong to other women? You're committing adultery. You're committing abomination. You are whoremongering, and the women's are whoremongering with you along with your wife. Woo-wee. Now listen to this. Verse 6. Matthew chapter 19 and verse 6. Wherefore, they are no more. Wait a minute. You sure? You sure? You sure? Why did you have to repeat it? Deborah, I'm talking to the flesh of man. I have to cross my T's and dot my I's, for I am sunk down here by the Father. You see how he did it? He said in verse 6, wherefore they are no more two. Wait a minute. You said that up in 5. Why are you repeating it? I know why. I'm just saying that to you all. But one flesh. Wherefore, what therefore Yah has joined together, let no man put as under. Now, what happens right there? What happens right there? He helped them out right there. How did he help them out? See, what a lot of people don't know, I'm going to set a lot of y'all free. I'm going to set you free. A marriage has to be united by Yah, joined by Yah. Yah is not someone that put dark and light into one. He does not put righteous with unrighteous into one. He don't put darkness with light and join them. That's not how he works. Any marriage that has been joined unequally yoked is when a marriage is not joined together by Yah. You are not bound to that marriage. So he ain't talking to you. You see what I'm saying? Why ain't he talking to them, Deborah? Because in the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and chapter 2, he nailed that thing in his perfect will. There wasn't no sin there. When he said that, he created a woman for man, and said that for this reason, a man would leave his wife, his mother and father, and he would cling to his wife, and they should be no longer two but one. That was in his perfect will. Sin hadn't even hit. So here go Yeshua saying it again. So the perfect will is those two that was joined together. Adam and Eve, they were joined in unity together under perfect will. What Yah create. Listen to what he says. Wherefore they are no more two, they are one. What therefore Yah has joined. If y'all ain't joined, you and your husband, y'all ain't married. Y'all married under the law, but y'all ain't married under God because you are unequally yoked. See, two people coming together, they in full understanding that Yah has joined them together like he did in the beginning. So that's what people don't want to accept. When you take those vows, you're taking those vows as if those vows should only be taken as if Yah has saw you fit and your husband fit to be under him to join you together. He has to join you together. That's why he said, but therefore Yah have joined together. Now notice something. He didn't say what therefore man has joined together. He's letting you know. He's talking about a marriage that is spirit, that's fallen under his spiritual power to be joined together. Joined together, let no man put us under. Women have married alcoholic men, men on drugs, battered men. Y'all knew who they were. He didn't put you together. Your lust, your feeling, your desire put yourself together. That is not a marriage that is joined like Genesis chapter 1 together. Perfect. That was the perfect will he drawing them together. There was no sin. Same thing here. Yeshua's backing him up. Where? What did Yeshua say he backed him up? He said, Deborah, I backed him right back up to what you talking about now, to the beginning when it was perfect. See, a lot of people don't even know that. So when it's a lot of people, I'm setting you free. You ain't bound to your husband. He ain't talking to you. So when these people are practicing polygamy, it's okay for them to practice polygamy because your marriage wasn't bound, united by God. Your lust is too high when you run around here for polygamy. Your lust is too high for you to be equally yoked to your wife in a spiritual matrimony. That's what you call a oneness. This is what he's talking about. Two become one because they one with each other in Yah. In Yah, not join one together in evil and wicked. No, y'all don't join that together. You know how many people married, unequally yoked, unequally yoked is not the type of marriage Yah is speaking of. That's not the marriage. And he's saying here, wherefore, therefore, Yah has joined, not man. Joined together. Let no man put as under. Now, notice he said two things. Oh, Father, this wasn't what I was planning, but you have your way, Father. Now, listen here. There's a lot of power punches here. In verse 6, it's setting women today free. It's setting men free. A lot of them will tell you, you in a marriage, you can't get out, you can't divorce, you can't do this here. If your marriage and you married unequally, neither one of you had God in mind. That's not a marriage Yah has joined together. Don't you hear Yeshua saying it? Don't you hear the Genesis, or as they call Torah, telling you the same thing? Yah has joined together. And it's telling you right here. Let no man put as under. Don't somebody that's equally yoked. Don't let a man divide y'all. That's what he's saying. Equally yoked, because Yah has joined you together. Don't let no man put you under. Now let me hit you some more women, men. I'm gonna hit y'all some more. Those who out there and these people want to talk about you got to keep your husband. You can't divorce and all. Let me tell y'all something. They are live from the pit of hell. They want to feed y'all this stuff to keep you bound. You already in captivity. You already bound enough. This is what they come out on YouTube and all these platforms. They come to put you in a state of mind where you don't know nothing you don't know right from your left. But Sister Deborah, with this message, spirit and truth, I'm going to set you free because I'm going to dig somewhere. I know I shouldn't go, but I'm going to go there anyway because I feel led by the Holy Spirit. And he's saying, let's go back. Let's go back. Matthew 19, verse 6. Wherefore, they are no more two, they are one. Flesh. Watch this here. What therefore Yah has joined. So you got to be joined by Yah, not man. So say if you get a pastor to you get married and he's sitting here finna read the book and everything. Said, I don't care what he's reading. It ain't his mouth. I don't care. His ugly mouth don't have the first and the last say so. Just because he having you to quote the words out of the Bible don't make you joined by Yah. It's telling you the Father joined you together. And what makes you think he gonna join you together with an unequally yoke? Y'all don't want you to marry nobody alcohol, somebody on drugs, or somebody battling you, disrespecting you, and everything. That is not a marriage Yah has joined together. Look at Sarah and Abraham, y'all. Come on now. Yah has joined. Let no man, no other, to the point where Sarah went in with the king. Who came on the scene? Abraham could get a right behind. Abraham could give a rest behind that this king finna lay down with Sarah. Sarah could give a rest behind that she's about to lay down with the king. But who pulled up? Who pulled up? The Most High God. Hold up. This is a unit that I've joined together. Stand down. The king had to stand down, bow face before the Most High God. Why? Because Abraham didn't have the sense. Sarah didn't have the sense. But what y'all say? Wait a minute. This is a unity that I allowed to come together. This is what I'm talking about. All this mess around, all this type of marriage and sex and all this mess that's going around, that stuff is not what it's saying here. What therefore Yah has joined them, has joined together. How many out there? How many in the live chat can say, if you are married, you was joined together by Yah? I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. How many can say that they was joined by Yah? Together by Yah. Man standing up there telling you your wedding vows, you have to quote. That's not Yah. I'm talking about a marriage Yah has joined. If y'all gonna join them together, it's gonna be two lights coming into one light. It's gonna be two righteous coming into one righteous. Are they gonna have their differences? Sure they is, but they gonna be coming together in Yah, in a unity. This is why all this mess that you see out here is a chaos. So here he says, let not man put as under. He's telling you the marriages that I join together, men, women, don't let man divide what I join together. I even like that. Let me show you guys some more power in there. The power in what it's saying, what Yeshua is saying. What therefore Yah has joined together. So the marriage has to be a unity equally, not unequally yoked, but equal. Adam and Eve came together equal in the perfect will of the Father. How you like him now? So he's talking about equal. Not a dark with a light and a light with a dark, or two darkness. He's talking about two lights. Bringing it together, making it more brighter. But what happens? It's another mystery in that. He says, let not man put as under. So the Father pulling up again. He said, even if I join you together, I join. Yeshua is telling you, the Father joined two equally yokes together. He said, never let the flesh divide you. That's what he's saying. Never let the flesh divide you. But he also saying, flesh can't divide you, but I can. Flesh cannot divide what I have, two coming in together as one. Don't let flesh, a loudmouth man, somebody coming into your relationship, breaking it up. Somebody coming to telling you get a divorce. Not two lights. You can't do that. But what I like about that, it had to have been about 28 years ago when the Father shared that with me. He said, but Deborah, I can pull up and divide. But let no man, that's what I want them to understand. Never let a man divide two that's joined together in one in the light. See, they both in the light, equally yoked. Don't let a man or a woman what? Put as under. But I can rise up and still yet divide two lights up to go their own way. I just want to let y'all know, man, don't divide nothing up that I have joined together. Praise the mighty Yah. Woo-wee. Now, see, Father, you know I wasn't planning on going all there. Yep, did you know? I know all that, what I'm saying, but I was shocked to see all of this flesh. You know, I've read it in Genesis, but here is the Messiah coming back, backing up what y'all said in the beginning. While they thinking they trying to pull a sheet over his face, over his eye, he pulled up and he pulled out. I like that. I like that. He pulled up in the beginning. Let him know, baby, that ain't the way it was. That not the way it was created. I like that. And then he turned around telling you two lights. Don't let no man try to break up two lights. Now, somebody that's dark and light, yeah, let them divorce, let them do whatever. But when you got two lights, only one can divide that is Yah himself. And can he do it? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. So all this stuff that they're saying, y'all can have it. Y'all can keep it. And I like what he said. Let me continue. Verse 7. They said unto him, why did Moses then commanded them to give a written divorcement and put her away. See, they turned around and still using the lie that Moses gave them. Still buckling up on him. He didn't broke that thing in and out. They still buckling up on him based on what Moses said. That's how men are today. They will try to mess your mind up about what Moses said. They don't understand Moses was just like you were. Moses, if you go back to Moses and hear how y'all say you ain't going to go to the other side because of your what? Unbelief. I was like, hold up. Where that come from? All that time and you say he ain't going over because what? See, they don't tell y'all that story. Go back and see why Moses didn't come. Moses challenged the Most High all the time. He always buckled up on him. What did the Most High did? He buckled down on him. You ain't going either. How you like me now? See, y'all think this father is something that he could be like the flesh of a man, stupid, and he ain't. See, that's when we messed up from the floor. We estimate his power and who he is and who he stands for, who he was and who he's gonna be, because you don't know who he's gonna be because you ain't seen nothing yet. Because you think we in la la land. Okay, so I like this here what he said in verse 7, Matthew chapter 19 and verse 7. They said unto him, why did Moses then command? Hey, Moses, what are you doing commanded? To give a written of divorce and to put her away. Then Moses then command to give her. This is what command. See, this is why I tell y'all, watch out for commandment and law. Y'all, all that is instructions and directions. Moses just gave them some instructions and directions to give a written decree. But when you say command, that makes you wait a minute. Who coming up? Who pulling up with that claw, that iron claw? Let commandments and laws stand down. They need to stand down and get on the level in which Yah created it. And that's simply instructions and directions. I know, man, it took it higher. And all he said, Deborah, they ain't even that serious. And they cutting up because they don't know. It's just that simple. It's not hard. It's not that hard. It's called instructions and directions. That's what he gave Adam in the garden. One instructions and one direction. Okay, and then what did Yeshua say in verse 8? And he said unto them, Moses, because of your hardening of your hearts, suffer you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so. Woo-wee! Thank you, Yeshua, Father. Yeah, thank you for that. Because he's backing it right back up to what I tried to tell y'all. They missed it in the beginning. Just like here, they missed it in the beginning. What do you mean they missed it? Why do you think he said, have you not read from the beginning? I've been saying that for the last year. If they missed the beginning, they done missed the whole book. Now here we are in Matthew. They done missed it again. Didn't I tell you y'all missed the whole book? He said if you missed Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, you done missed the whole book. You ain't gonna never get it right. So here it is. Matthew 19. Yeshua had to come up on them just like I'm coming up on y'all. Have you not read in the beginning, y'all? That was not so. Then here it is in verse 8. And he said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. And when he says wives, it wasn't that each one had a lot of wives. He was just telling this to the Pharisees. And it said, now listen, in verse 2, Matthew chapter 19, verse 2, the great multitude followed him, and he healed them there. And verse 3, the Pharisees also came came unto him. So the Pharisees is whom he was talking, which is still was a large amount of them. And he was telling them, and that's where that word wives, that wives does not mean they had more than one. Because the way Moses was telling them, the same way, you only have one. Give her a written decree so she can go. He wasn't talking to them as if they had a lot of wives. And a lot of people won't step on that either. Moses, when he was in the camp, it wasn't about wives. Oh, they don't want to get into that. That's why I say, when the Father told me in the water, he said, the way you see the world, it is exactly the way man has created it. Man went in that Bible, they tampered with it, they smeared it up and down. Man took the beginning, which was a perfect set up way in Genesis 1 and 2, and I made it for them. He turned it to him. Woo-wee! Now, verse 9, it says, and I said unto, and no, this is what, verse 8, and he said, wives, but from the beginning, it was not so. That's verse 9, right there. He's taking you right back to what Sister Deborah keep taking y'all. And y'all probably sometimes be wondering, why she keep saying the beginning, Genesis and begin. He did the same thing with them. That makes me feel, I'm going to sleep good tonight. Because I never put the two together, y'all. I told you sometime when y'all have me talking, I learn as I talk. This is beautiful for me. Because this is, Yeshua did the same thing I did. Same identical thing I keep telling y'all. If they missed the Genesis 1 and 2, they missed the whole book. Now here he pulling up in what you call thousands of years later, the Messiah is on the scene and telling them the same darn thing I said. In the beginning, y'all, that wasn't so. But they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nothing about the beginning. He pulled it out on. A marriage is not of Yah until Yah has joined it. Yah don't go and say, okay, dark, come on, connect with this light. Bam, y'all one. How? That is not one that Yah has joined together. He is not going to join righteous with unrighteous, dark with light. Yah never did and nor will he. So the joining together has to be equally yoked, not unequally yoked. Okay? Now, I like that because he took them to the beginning. I love it. I'm going to sleep good on that. Let's go to Genesis chapter 6. Genesis, we speak in spirit and truth, y'all. We bringing the truth of the matter of a lot of things that I know you never heard and you never will. And it doesn't matter with Sister Deborah no more. I'm just going to give what he give me the strength to give out. And we in Genesis chapter 6 and verse 2 and 3. Let's see what's going on here, some spirit and truth. Let's see what's going on here. Genesis chapter 6, verse 2 and 3. That the sons of Yah saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. This is to inform you, not you all, to inform Sister Deborah when he say it's going to be like the days of Lot, like the days of Noah. He's letting you know they're going to be taking wives as many as they please. See, that's what we let me tell y'all something. People are not connecting them, y'all. They're not connecting what is being said together. So that leads Sister Deborah. That's why I say to y'all, I feel sometimes horrible getting on here speaking because I know that many people are so far left as it is right. They are never gained spirit and truth. Y'all said it is over, it is finished. If you get on here and you can't see the light in what I'm saying and understand it through the ruach in you, spirit and truth in you, teaching you, even showing you more than what I'm saying, he'll climb on top of it, say, this is what she's saying. Bam, 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 bam. He be up here, I'm way down on the floor. And what I said. Why? Because that's how he is. So therefore, when you are not already there, Sister Deborah ain't coming to give you light. I ain't coming to give you spirit and truth. I'm coming to speak spirit and truth. I'm on a mission. I'm running in my lane. And I'm talking about my Most High Yah and the way he rumbled and the way he created things to go. Now, in Genesis chapter 6, it says in verse 1 and 2 that the sons of Yah saw the daughters of men, and they were fair, and they took them wives as all which they chose. These sons of Yah, let me explain something to y'all, which y'all don't know nothing about them. The sons of Yah are individuals that came down to represent Yah as his sons. Okay. And when they came down, they began to see, go back right here, verse 1. And it came to pass when men, you see, you need to circle that in your Bible. MEN begin to multiply on the face of the earth. That's one sign. And daughters, circle daughters, were born unto them. This is what this whole thing is about. This is what Yah end. Because these daughters being born into these men, they were selling them, sex trafficking them. As many men that want them. Why would men be selling their daughters as many as the men pleases, selling them out like that? It's because they lost their way back in Genesis 1 and 2. It's supposed to have been them ruling this world. Instead, him took the position and took off and ain't slowed down yet. It's all about him. And that is not Yah's order. Anybody who have followed that order, the lake of hell, that book he got, the books he got in the heavens, you're in there. Because you took these things out of the order of the Father. And the word, that's something I know is, he didn't let them tamper or smear it. I see something they smeared in verse 2, but they didn't smear it to the point where I couldn't get it. Because he said, if it was so, it will fool. If it was the very elect. The elect ain't going to be fooled, y'all. Because I shaped and molded them. They ain't going to be fooled. But when you get down here to Genesis 6, these here are men, okay, that represents the work of Yah or the will of Yah to come down here and make a difference. But what has happened? It says when the sons of Yah saw, see, it was what they saw that caused them to sin. It was what they saw the daughters of who? Men. So we're dealing with the daughters and men. What were they doing? Selling them. Sex trafficking them. Selling their daughters. Before these sons of men can get these daughters, they had to pay up. Where's mama? Where's woman? Where's wife in here? You don't see it. See, because a lot of these women don't even understand. You ain't got a cracking thing to do with this Bible. Now I'm in full understanding, and now I can embrace that Eve never spoken to Satan. That was the work of the Roman Catholic men, putting that in there to bring the pressure on women like you see today. That's what you see today. And that's another reason why they took her out of her perfect order in which Yah had created her in them. It's because when I see that, I said, wait a minute, but none of this stuff that's going on in this Bible represent that sin that she did. Y'all didn't notice that, did you? I know you didn't. Her entertaining Satan has nothing to do with everything going on in this book. Y'all never thought about that, did you? Nothing. The sin and the wicked and everything they were doing in here, they blamed her to say she was the starter that ushered it in. But guess what? Y'all knew that they would use her to say that she was. This is what the Roman Catholic did. But if you really make some sense of it, you'll notice everything in here, he's telling men, this is what you doing. You can't be righteous. You can't be just. You ain't come down here to be in the Lamb Book of Life. Look at this here. In verse 2, it says, Genesis chapter 6 and verse 2, that the sons of Yah saw the daughters of men. So we know these sons of Yah were males, okay? And what happened? They saw something. It's what they saw. They saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took as if they was so hungry for what? What y'all come down here to represent Yah. What is it you all are hungry for? They took them wives of all which they chose. They had to choose. They were sitting here choosing these daughters. And a lot of them, the father told me, was way underage. Way on age. This is why you see, if you got 1 million men in a room, and say, for instance, in that 1 million men in a room, and I stood up and asked them one question, and I said to the men, how many men in this room at a young child, a little boy's age, have been sexually molested and raped by his father, his grandfather, his father's brother, his uncle, his father's friend? Out of 1 million in the room, I will guarantee you without a doubt, all except for probably a handful. Yes, this is the wickedness that is on the shoulder of men. So if you sitting back and thinking you're going to change these men, or they're going to get right, they're going to stop their hate, no, The only reason why it's so much wickedness going on with our brothers, and it's going on with our sister too, but not at the capacity, and Yah is not going to let it. But what is going on, and if we keep denying the sin that they're doing, like we denying it, saying it's the white man, they doing it too, or it's they doing this to us, and the reason why, because they did this, that's why I mean, okay, Yah said he don't have no problem with that. That's why he made sure he had lined up books to be open to tell you all your works. And you thinking your works were what you did down here? Let me tell you something. Heavens had already wrote you in and wrote you out. Those books are closed. So you thinking what you doing and what y'all seeing down here and what y'all experiencing down here and what y'all be holding down here, if you think for 1 minute that book in the heavens, the books in the heavens that got to be open before the dead come judgment, they don't know what's in there, and it's already said it is written, and the book was closed. When was that done, Deborah? Before heaven and earth was created. How you like him now? You want to mess with his power? You don't know a thing about his power, but that's his power. His power big enough to write each and every last one of your life. From beginning to the end, the day in, the day out, and everything you done was put in the book before you brought your tail down here. Now, how you got a choice? You ain't never had now. But what if you conduct yourself down here? It's the way heaven got you wrote in the book. And we're going to cover that. Now, here it is. Deborah, you're going to get in trouble. Girl, you better cool it. You in trouble. So watch this here. Verse 2. That the sons of men saw the daughters of men, that the sons of Yah saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. That's just letting you know they chose them. They nitpicked through it. The ones they want. The age, the father told me there was a lot of, most of them was underage. That's the whole idea of verse 1 is telling you. Men multiply, and the face on the earth, or the face of the earth, and the daughters were born. Born is trying to let you know these daughters were young. So you try to figure out why y'all ended. See, y'all ain't got no sense. Y'all don't know my father. You think you know him. Keep on. You keep on. Keep on thinking you doing something. You ain't seen nothing yet, because they finna bring out that thing, y'all. Everybody gonna have to be housebound. You thinking you growing something in your garden? All that mess. They're gonna housebound you and watch everything you do, and you better not come out that house. So this is where we're about to roll up in case y'all didn't know that. You finna be masked up and masked down. So you ain't gonna have what you think you got today. And this is, to me, I myself don't have no problem with that, because I look at it, if everybody's in this here mindset of greed, me, mine, want. As long as me. Y'all say, okay, you want to build up your treasures on you, me, what I got, it. Okay, tell you what, let's see what you're going to do then. Let's see what you're going to do then. You're going to be running to this YouTube looking for Sister Deborah. Sister Deborah ain't going to be on here. But that's what you're going to be running here looking for somebody to tell you something. Ain't nobody can't tell you nothing. Because if it ain't spirit and truth, it ain't nothing to be told. Okay, so what happened? Verse 3. We still in Genesis chapter 3. And the Lord and Yah said, my spirit shall not always strive with men. You know what men he's talking about? The sons of men. The sons of men. No, not the sons of men. The sons of Yah. his spirit will not always strive with man. He's speaking of the sons of man. Why? Because they took on the daughters, the work of daughters and their fathers. So he said, because they did that, took the daughters and got as many as they pleased, he said, the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for they are also flesh. So how is it fallen angels if they are flesh and they have his spirit? Now, I see where he said, my spirit. My spirit. That could be the breath of life spirit, which we end up having. Shall not always strive with man, for he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Now, this has nothing to do with giants. See, that's what everybody have taken and made it what they want to make it. But this is not dealing with nothing outside of the flesh of man and daughters. That's why he said in the beginning, in Genesis 6, verse 1, when they missed that, they done missed the whole topic, because they made it about fallen angels, giants. They made it about all those things, and this doesn't say that that's what it's about. He told you right here, and Yah said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Strive. That means turmoil and trying to get them to do what's right with man, for he is also flesh. Yet all his days should be 120 years. You know why? Because the sons of men, the sons of God, are flesh. They men in the flesh. Okay? But they representing Yah. You see, they come down here to represent Yah. Just like when Job, when he was among Job, those that was representing, he was in the midst of them, and here come Satan saying, I'm coming to and fro. You notice he wasn't going to bother the sons of Yah that was with Yah. No, he can't bother them. You see, because their mission is to come down here. And the reason why Yah is dealing with them down here, because their mission was down here. You see, their mission is down here. That's why when you see too, it says, and that the sons of Yah saw the daughters of man. These sons of Yah are flesh man. Why would these men sell their daughters to giants? That was stupid. Why would they sell their daughters to fallen spirits? No, these were sons of Yah. They got entangled with the tricks and the trade of sex trafficking that man set up for their daughters, selling their daughters out. Exactly what's taking place today. That's been fully denied. A lot of that is going on today, and a lot of people are denying it, that sex trafficking is actually happening. But guess what? I heard it's been in business for a long time. It's just booming right now. It's just booming. But I heard sex trafficking been going on for a long time. And see, this is what he was saying when you get back over in Yeshua's talking, said it's going to be like the days of Noah. See, we want to erase what was going on in Noah. We don't want to know about that. We don't want to know the truth of the matter. What was really taking place back then for him to say, okay, we're going to end everything. No one cares. No one cares about the Father purpose for why he did it. They kindle up their own reason of why he did it. And people flew with it and said, okay, it's what you said. Oh, fallen angels having sex with daughters and giants having sex with women. Sit down, clowns. This had to do with men that was multiplying, and they will begin to birth daughters. Notice mama ain't in it. Yeah, right. Because this is the type of power man then stepped into over the will of the Father when he said them. And when he stepped into that order, mother don't have no say so. And that's why a million men can get in a room. And I can say, how many of you all been sexual molested at the age of 2, from 2 on up? Everybody in there suffer a handful out of a million. This is what's going on. And then first person they blame, guess who it is? Mama. And I asked a couple of them, I said, well, why would you blame her? When you just said he used to come home every day, she used to get her tail whooped every day. Him drinking and so on. And you think y'all joined that together? Y'all joined that together for you to get a life like that? No, that's not what y'all is talking about. What y'all is joined together is 2 lights. He ain't got time to join 2 darkness or dark and the light together. He ain't about that. Lust drawing that stuff together. Desire and want. I want what I want. He love me or he love me. She love me, love me. We gonna join together. We get married. Never, they don't even go to church. They don't even talk about God. None of them believe in God. Those are not marriage, y'all. That's joined by y'all. And that's why he said, let no man put under what I have joined. Now, what y'all join yourself ain't got nothing to do with me. That nobody's bound to each other. But what we are doing all kind of things in the closet, out of the closet, around the closet, everywhere. And this also gave men the power to be able to dip into the homosexual lifestyle so heavily now, because a lot of women thinking these men are straight. They not straight, baby. They went up, and that's why I say I'm so thankful. I am so grateful. I'm so thankful. Let me tell you what I'm thankful for. This is what I'm thankful for. And y'all don't have to be thankful. I'm just showing you as a prophetess in the wilderness how thankful I am for this here. Let me get it. I just want to say it because I want to show you how thankful and grateful I am, because I can talk all kind of crap all I want, but this is what I feel in my spirit that I am so grateful for. He said, Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah. The books, you see the books? Let's go to Revelation chapter 20 and verse 12. Verse 12 says, and I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah, and the books. You see the S in that books? That's for those who go into the lake of fire. Everybody's running around here thinking they got my father beat. He beat you to the punch, baby. He had you in the book already. See, I try to teach y'all what took place before the foundation of the world, but y'all not ready for it. Y'all don't receive it. Y'all don't embrace it. It'll take you a long ways in the rest of your life, but you're not. Y'all said if he don't open your eyes and open your ears and give it to you to see, you ain't gonna see it. And if he hasn't, and I don't believe he has, because what took place before the foundation of the world, I'll be anything, any book, anything, because heaven locked it in and he locked it out. That means nobody can come and pluck anything out of his hand because he has locked it out. Okay, now listen to this. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Yah. The books, you see them books? See, a lot of people didn't know that there's more than one book. See, everybody just always heard the book of life, the Lamb book of life, the Lamb book of life, the Lamb book of life. See, they never taught y'all, nor have they schooled y'all that it's more than the Lamb book of life. Those that's going to die is called dead. They're going they're in the other books. Now watch this here. We're open. Now listen to what he said. Now these, you see it was open. Who closed it? And why was it closed? Listen to it, y'all. Y'all got to get it. Y'all got to get this. Revelation chapter 20, verse 12. I saw the dead, small and great, standing before Yah. Now here go the small and great, dead, standing before Yah. He calling them dead is because they're going to the lake of fire. They dead. So when you thinking you going somewhere, you got your bags packed, or I'm going to the kingdom, you ain't going nowhere, okay? Because the kingdom got something ready for you. He already had it in the books. Now watch this here. Stand before God, and the books were open. And another book, you see the book? This other book is the Lamb book of life, was open, which is the book of life. So you got a book of death and you got a book of life. So when Sister Deborah is telling you people are already dead, that's what I'm trying to get y'all as deep as I can take y'all as far as y'all would allow me. But when y'all keep showing me and telling me in my spirit, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time trying to swim so deep to where you feel that you're going to get the people to see, hear, and understand. It ain't going to be there. You got to understand, Deborah. I've been here since the beginning, and they ain't took on me. So if you don't, if I'm the creator, I got them wrote down already, locked in and out, and they ain't took on me. They ain't gonna take on you. And I believe that 100. And I grip that 100. That's why I say, oh, Father, I just salute that you gave me a lane. Help me to continue to run just in that. So watch this here. And the dead, we still in verse 12. The dead were judged out of those things which were written. Written. The books was closed, wasn't it? The books were closed, wasn't it? It tells you here in Revelation, the book was open. Who closed them? I wonder who closed the books. Who closed the books? And why was the books closed? For everything about you, Sister Deborah, and any and everybody is already written. Already written. 2 books is open. We got the books with the S, where the dead go. And then we got the Lamb Book of Life. It's open. Who closed it? Why was the books closed? Because it was finished. You know how I be telling y'all it is finished? He says, oh, it's finished. Why? It was finished before the heaven and earth was created. The books were closed. Your life was already in the books. It was written and it was closed. People! So when you're running around here thinking you got the power to do this and try to train God to do your way, to be your way, to see things your way, to do things your way, you think because these people, you got all these men teaching on this devil platform big time. Lies. That's why y'all say he finished. He ain't come to make the crooked straight. It's finished, Deborah. See, he can say that to me. He know I know because he already taught me what took place before the foundation of the world. So this is what helps. This is what helped me. Here it says, and the dead was judged out of those things which were written in the books. That's the book of the dead, according to their works. Hold up, Father. Yeah, you mean you are allowing me to give them the total open door? This is the total door opening wide. And if you can't see that you don't rule crap, you don't have the power and the authority to rule my Father or to have him tell him what to do and how to do it and which way to go. Why? He got your bad tail written. You already written. Look what he said. Past tense in the books according to their works. You think he gonna get you down? He gonna get you down on the earth from birth to you 70 years old and wait to write you in the book? Let me say that again. You think from 1 minute he's gonna bring in Sister Deborah, October the 2nd, 1961. He's gonna bring her on in, let her live till they say 70. And then begin to write in according to her words. You's a fool, and you want to be a fool. That's not how he's rumbling. The books were written before the heavens and earth was created. So all your ugliness was already in it. So when you running around here trying to teach these people how to wrap their head, dress, look this way, act this way, do this and do that, that don't represent nothing in the book. The books is already finished. It's what they do in their spirit. They vouch for who they are. And if you're running around here with the clouds and you're thinking these men to sit here and tell you, and these women, I heard this one woman today, and I didn't listen to a lot of it, but talk about the Christians. Kick rocks. You need your tail kicked out. They need to boot your tail out because it ain't time to talk about what the Christians doing. You got to be caught up in what you're doing. What? Everybody's so hung up on a group here and a group here and a group here, but it ain't saying nothing about that in here. What is it? Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, fighting for nothing. Even after he didn't warn you, this is what you're going to be doing. You go right into it and start doing it. Now here he's saying, according to their works. I like this. I'm going to break this down to you. Verse 13. The sea gave up the dead, which were in it, and death and hell delivered the dead, which were in them, and they were judged, every man according to their works. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute, Father. Y'all, wait a minute. Revelation 20, verse 12 said, all the dead, small and great, came before your throne to be judged. The books were open, and the Lamb book was open, but he was dealing with the dead first. I like here in verse 13, he said a sea gave up its dead. Death and hell deliver the dead. And they stand before him, ready to be judged. You think your nasty flesh going to be standing before him? No. It's the spirit that he breathed into you, that you let your flesh have dominion over, to do the things that you're doing. I like this, because what I see that I did not see and never seen is he said in Revelation chapter 20, he says, which were written in the books according to their works. So the works that you build up in this earth with your nasty flesh is dead. It's dead. That's why he said, build up your treasures for the heaven. How can you build up your treasures for the heaven? That's what I'm telling y'all. This is where I said to you, you should know who you are already. You should know where you're going. You should be able to open up the book and see your name in there already. Because you should feel that thing. You worship in the flesh. You worship and desire what you want, what you want to have, greed and building up treasures on the earth. And guess what? You are already written to do this already. So while Sister Deborah's sitting here saying what she said, it don't mean a thing. Just like the Father ministered to me all the time. No matter. It is written, Deborah. It is written. And this is what he means when he says finished. What do you mean, Deborah? If I'm sitting here telling y'all it is finished, you can't see that this matches that. That when you're running around here being stupid and chasing this darkness and running under this unrighteousness and this wicked and evil, you ain't doing nothing but messing yourself up from the floor up, because heaven already got you locked in and locked out. It's showing you how he going to open up the book and he going to tell you about your ugly selves. He's going to tell you about your ugly selves. Because what? Deborah, tell him it's already written. I ain't going to need their flesh. I'm going to grab that spirit. It's going to stand before me. And it's dead already. It's already assigned to the books. The book of life, it's coming from a different angle. It's coming from the book, a different angle. Now listen to verse 15. Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. And everyone was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. You see what I'm saying? You are already written in the books or in the book of life. But those that he was talking about that was dead, he's talking about they dead. The ones that's dead is going strictly to the books. And if you're not in the books of life, he already let you know you're dead. So when you're walking around here trying to give authority and power and prompts and praise and honor and worship, subscribers and likes and praising this flesh, guess what? You in the books. You in there. Don't worry about it. You got your name in there. You finally got it in there. Because your works is going to show up and show out right in the eyes of Yah when he opened that book. He's the one closed it. So when he closed it, he had you already in there saying what you're going to do, where you're going to be, and how you're going to return. So the works that he's going to judge you for is what he knew of you before you got down here. How you like him now? You think he in heaven's putting down here, oh, she did this. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did this. It says here, just as plain as day, the books were open. The BOOKS was open. And that which was written in it. It was already written, y'all. So that you see why Sister Deborah tell you can't mess with the power of who he is. You can't sit around and run around thinking we all got it down here in the flesh and he's nothing. I'm going to worship and serve and praise and give praise and support people that ain't even giving you no food for your spirit. Because you know what? Most of you ain't got a spirit that's going to gain eternal life no way. That's why I say I love this. I love this because this is what I knew before I really meditated in it. I said, wait a minute, I like this. This is what I already knew. It's beautiful to me. When I look at it, it's beautiful. Because it's giving me exactly what he's already told me. It's finished. This is what make it finish, y'all. Because you ain't got no role in it. I know you think you do. You think you rule it. You think you control it. Go, keep on. I'm finna dig a little deep. Let's go there. Deuteronomy. I'm gonna go back to Deuteronomy. We're gonna go to Matthew chapter 4. Let's talk about that written. Let's talk about that written. We want to run around here and mimic man, the flesh of man, the lust, the praise and glorifying them, putting them on pedestals as leaders, rulers, and they ain't crap, and showing you they ain't crap, but yet you keep falling behind them, trying to build them into something they ain't gonna ever be. But they're going to take you down with them. You're going to go down with the ship. Now listen to this. In Matthew chapter 4, and we're going to go to verse 1, and we're going to swing all the way down to verse 11. In Matthew chapter 4, verse 1, then Yeshua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. Now this spirit that he's being led up with, this is why I was telling y'all, and you can't get none of these scholars and these learned people to grip, but it makes sense because I can run back to Revelation and see why and how they can't get it, because you got to keep in mind, Deborah, it's written already. That's why they can't get it, because it's already written. Their works is already written. Their destiny, lake of fire, is already written. Their way, those who are getting it, they're already in the Lamb Book of Life. See, that shows you who's who and what's what. That's why I say you should know who you are. But most of the people figure, no, I'm still going to cross that bridge. Okay? Keep on thinking you're going to cross that bridge. He didn't have Noah taking that long to build. Y'all could have built that ark. Even in spite of him not building that ark, guess what? He knew not nan one was going to come in and follow behind Noah. Not one. So who you think he dealing with today? You think he going to give you something because you say you the true Jews. You the people, we the people. Yeah, you the people that kept giving him hell every time he tried to give you heaven. How you like him now? Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1. Then when Yeshua led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. To be tempted meaning he was doing it for us. He was only doing this in a way to show us how we too shall be tempted. So his whole purpose to be tempted of the devil, it was orchestrated in the heavens that it was what he would do. Okay, so here he is. He was led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterwards and hungry. Okay, now you have to understand, he did not have the Ruach HaKodesh with him, y'all. He did not have the Spirit of Yah with him here. He didn't have the power nor the Spirit with him here. That's why he had to fast. This is flesh, and it was about his flesh and his spirit. Let's put it like that. It was about his flesh and his spirit. Let me say that again. It's about his flesh and his spirit. The Son of Yah had not been added unto him here. Why? Because Yeshua had to send Sister Deborah an example. You see, Deborah, I can do it. Look, Deborah, look at me. I'm going up there. But see, I fast 40 days. And what did he say? I fast 40 days and 40 nights. I laid that flesh down, Deborah. I sacrificed that flesh, Deborah. I can do it. Now, if I can do it, you can too. Just stay behind me and keep a watch on what I'm about to do, Deborah. Just keep a watch. I'm going to show you how it's done. Okay? He fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and he was afterwards hungry. The third, verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, this was not like him and him standing up there together, going after each other. He see him, he see him. No. Said, and he said it in his mind. He's tampering with him here. He said, if thou be the Son of Yah, Father Yah, what are we going to do, Father Yah? I remember a time, I think it was about 34 years ago. I told him one time he was telling me about all the chaos in the world. And I said, well, why don't you just end it right here? I was crying. I was in the car. I was young too. I wasn't that young, but why don't you just end it right here, Father Yah? It's just over. It is nothing worth it. He said, I got too much to come forth to end it here, Deborah. I got too much. And I could remember the location to the T of when he spoke to me. Just that voice, the way he was telling me, Deborah, I can't. I got too many coming after. I can't end it here. And I told him, just end it. I was crying because he was speaking to my spirit, telling me all about all the wickedness that was going on. And I said, but let's just, Father, just end it, Father. Y'all just end it all. Just end it all. You can end it. You can do it like this here. And it'll be over. I was for real, because oh man, I can't remember what he was showing me. It was some chaos he was showing me. And I wanted him, and it was like given to me like in a vision. And I was driving too. And I was like, well, wait a minute, just end. I just started crying, telling him, just end it all. Father, just call. You can end it off right here. Just end it off. And that's when he told me he couldn't, because it's too much. He says too much that's coming afterwards. He got other things that's coming. And I just, I can go to my grave with remembering that. So when I see this here, I'm with him 100%, because when he said that they missed Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, this is where he's also shows you that they'll never grip this thing, y'all. They'll never grip this thing. Because listen to this. And I'm going to have to back up and off of this here, because this is a little bit too potent for y'all. But Matthew chapter 4, verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if I be the Son of Yah. You see the power in that? He said, if you be the Son of Yah. Let's say it again. If thou be. If thou be. If thou be. What did Satan know that you don't know? What do Satan know right here and now that you still don't know? Anybody in the live chat can answer that. I don't think you can. And I ain't going to look for you too. Because the truth be told, is just like the Father said. It is finished. I'm just still running my race and running my mouth while I'm in my lane. Now listen to this. Listen to this right here. Look at the power of verse 3. And when the tempter came to him, we know that's Satan, and he said, if thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made of bread. What is he talking about? Anybody in the live chat? What is he talking about? What is he talking about? It seems my glasses, because I can't even see out of these bad boys. What is he talking about? What is Satan saying to him? Speaking perfectly clean. See, don't forget now, what Yeshua is doing right here is written. It is written that he must do this for you and I. It is written in the heavens that that Yeshua do what he's doing right now for you and I. Why? Because we too have went up on the mountain with Satan right here. We've been on the mountaintop. We've been tempted by the tempter right here. 24 are we tempted. So when he's going up on the mountain here, do anybody in the live chat really, me just nailing 1, 2, and 3, do y'all know what's going on here? Anybody in the live chat? Okay. No one in the live chat knows. Okay. That's still okay. That's still okay. Listen to this. Verse 3. And when the tempter came to him and said, if thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made bread. Okay, let me see. Okay. He said, verse 3, Yeshua already fast 40 days and 40 nights. So we know that it was not, and this is so sad. This is so sad, y'all. Y'all don't know how sad this is. And the reason why I'm saying that, because we in the late hours of y'all's timing. We in the late hours. Whew. He told me the other day that these men then talked so far out of the order in which he has ordained, to the point that people have never find their way to righteousness in any way, unless he leads them. And meaning that there's no way, y'all. There's no way. And it's strange. Okay, somebody said that powers testing. Okay, you almost got it. Very good. Very good. You almost got it. You almost got it. Let's go there. Verse 3. And when the tempter came, now the tempter is only coming to him only because he's coming. He's right here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I want to teach this thing. Verse 1. Then was Yeshua led up of the Spirit unto the wilderness to be tempted. To be tempted. Why? Because Ahia had orchestrated him to be tempted for you and I. So he's going up with the Spirit that was blown in his nostrils, okay, and his flesh. And when he's going up, he had already did what with the flesh? Denied the flesh, the food, right? So now he's going up strong because he have denied the flesh what it's used to. Okay? He fasted 40 days and 40 nights, and he was hungry. So what was he doing? He laid the flesh down. Meaning the flesh ain't gonna have no dominion when he get up here and deal with the Satan. Watch this here. Now he's going like me and you. Let's say for instance like this. He going as you. He's going as you and me. This is us going up to be tempted by Satan, because this is what we tempted every day by Satan. Here's Yeshua is being tempted by Satan. And it says in verse 3, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of Yah, command that these stones be made of bread. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 1, in which he says, if they missed one, they'd have missed it all. Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, let us make man in our image. In our image. If you miss that, you're going to miss this. Let us make man in our image. Us is the Father's right hand, all power. So he's asking him, verse 3, do you have the power? Oh, Father. Satan asking Yeshua, the Son of Man. He said, if thou be the power, command these stones be made bread. See, the power can turn them stones into bread. Yah, his right hand, is the power that created everything. Satan asking him, do you have the power with you? Satan asking Yeshua, is the Son of Yah with you? Y'all missed it. Yeshua is the Son of Man. The Son of Yah is the Father's right hand, stretched out on his all power. That's who the Son of Yah is. What came with him? The Word and the Spirit came down with the Son of Man to work the miracles, the signs, and wonders. Now Satan asking him, hold up. Are you the Son of Yah? He said, listen to what it is. If you be the Son of Yah, because see, Satan knows. He knows if you got Yah within you, y'all. So y'all be monkeying around. Satan know if you got Yah in you. Satan already know if the Ruach HaKodesh is in you. He know why you sitting here clowning and thinking you showing the Most High, showing him up and showing him out because you want to run around here and say you got him, baby. That's another story. That's another sermon. But right here, he asking the Son of Man. Are you the Son of Yah? And if you are, let me see one of them. Let me see that power. Let me see that power turn that bread into them stones into bread. If you are the power, if you are the Son of Yah, let me see you make that bread, that stones into bread. That's exactly what he was saying. Now watch this here. But he answered and said, Here we go, y'all. Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But Yeshua answered and said, hallelujah. It is written. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Let's go back to Revelation. Let's go back to Revelation chapter 20. See, y'all don't know the difference between the Son of Man and the Son of Yah. And when you don't know the difference between them, you can never use that power. Okay. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 12. Look at verse 12, and we're going to go all the way into 12. We're going to go in the middle of 12 where it says, and the dead was judged out of the things which were written. Written. You see it? Which were written. Which were written. Okay? And that's the same way it is in the book of life. Go drop down to 15 in Revelation chapter 20, verse 15. And also was not found written in the book. Written. So when Yeshua is pulling up and Satan is tempting him here, guess what he said? But he answered and said, hallelujah. Look the glory he giving to the Father. Look what he's giving the Father. And y'all missing this day and night, night and day. He said, it is written. You see here? Everything is written, y'all. The book was closed. Satan, I told you, Yeshua had to go there for us. He had to go in. This example is because we in the flesh. okay, that Satan is going to tempt us. So he had to go there first to show us. That's why men don't want to walk like this. Men don't want to walk in the footprints of Yeshua. They want to walk in the footprints of men that's loaded with sin, wicked and evil, abomination, lust of the eyes, lust of their desire. They want to walk in that. They want to mimic that. They don't want to mimic something righteous. You see? Now here it is, his example. Now listen to what he said. But he answered and said to who? Satan. It is written. What is Yeshua saying? He's letting Satan know heaven's already got it wrote in and wrote out. Listen to what he said, y'all. Listen to what he said. Listen. He said, man. Who was Satan tempted? Who was Satan tempted? Who in live chat know? Who was Satan tempted? Who was Satan tempting? Who in the live chat know? It's somebody. Let's one person. I'm going to have to get off of this devil platform. One person. Come on. Who was Satan tempted? Nope. Okay, here we go again. Here I go. Yes, he was tempting Yeshua. That's who he was tempting, the Son of Man. He was tempting the Son of Man. Listen to what happened. He said, but this is what Yeshua said. But he answered and said, it is written. Meaning heaven's already got it written in and out. That man, who is that man he talking about? Himself, the Son of Man, shall not live by bread alone, but by every word proceeded out of the mouth of Yah. He's telling him that I am the Son of Man. And it is already written in the book, in the heavens. Okay? That man, which I, myself, that's why I had to fast, turn down food, shall not live on bread alone. Who was Satan tempted? Yeshua. But by every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. What is he saying? He's sitting here actually telling Satan that it's already written, bro, that we don't live on nothing but what proceed out of the mouth of my Father. So you can tempt me all you want, but I don't live on your words. I live on every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. Out of the mouth of Yah. He's letting him say it. He ain't calling himself Yah. You notice that? You don't hear him say it out of the mouth. He's not saying nothing about himself. He's telling Satan the way Yah had written it. Oh, Father Yah, the way Yah had written it in the book in heaven, that man shall not live on bread alone, but every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. So let's go there. Yeshua was telling him it was already written. So what was it written? In the heavens. Was not it written in the heavens? So you tell me you think this book was written in heaven? Come on now. This paperback book that done been switched about 100 times, you think that's the word? Come on. Go all the way with me. You think that this really the word? The word is the word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. It was in the beginning with Yah. It is Yah. It is not a paperback book. That's why you need the Ruach to come in to show you the fingerprint of Yah and what he wants you to know and how he wants you to know it. You still got to be a student of the Ruach HaKodesh. So what happens? Let's go on. Verse 5. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and set him on a pedestal of the temple And he said unto him, if, there go that if again. See, he testing, trying to figure out if he going to pull up with that power. He trying to get Yeshua to pull up with that power, but Yeshua is like pretty much saying, look, I'm in the flesh, bro. The power ain't with me. But I'm going to tell you, in heaven it's written that we don't live by your ugly mouth. We live by every word that proceeded out of my Father's mouth and not yours. You see? So listen to this. Verse, which one, where I'm at? And he said, wait a minute, verse 6, and said unto him, if thou be the son of Yah. See, he asking about that power, y'all. He won't, Satan know what he doing. He said, sure, I ain't gonna roll up on him if he got that power. That's the only reason why he tempted him. You think he gonna be able to tempt the power, y'all? Come on now, y'all, come on. When Yeshua poured up on the man that was possessed, what did the devil start saying? What did the demon start saying? Oh, please don't destroy us before the appointed time. Please let us go in the herd of pigs. Wait a minute. Why were they saying that? Why was they saying that? Because the power was in him. The word was in him. And the spirit of Yah. And when he went to rebuking the demons out right then, they knew the son of Yah was present. Right here, Satan not sure. He's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out has the process took place yet. Hadn't took place yet because y'all wanted to teach us how to go up any mountaintop with Satan and come on down home. Come on home. Suicide, murdering, stealing, killing, lust, porno, sex desire, drug addiction, alcohol, over-the-counter medicine, painkillers, sleeping pills. You go up, but you once you go up there, when Satan take you up to the mountains, you tell him it is written that man don't live on your mouth alone, but every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah. Only one gonna bring you down off that mountain is the Most High Yah. So you might as well look for that word that proceed out of his mouth, because Satan ain't gonna let you off no mountain. He gonna let you jump off. So I'm just showing you here. So here it is in verse 5. It says, then the devil taking him up into a holy city and set him on a pedestal, Nicole, and of the temple. And he said unto him, if thou be the son of Yah. He want to check that power out. Satan want to know, do you have that power? And what do Yeshua say? Cast them down. No, he said, if thou be the son of Yah, cast thyself down. You know why he telling him to cast himself down? Watch this here. For it is written. Woo-wee. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he did not. Did y'all see what happened? Satan bounced right back on him with the word, it is written. Satan bounced right back on him. Check this out, y'all. Check this out. In verse 6. And said unto him, if thou be the power, which is the son of Yah, cast thyself down. Woo-wee. For it is written, he shall give you angels. He shall give his angels charge concerning thee. Wow. What has happened right there? What has happened? Not only is he tempting him to see if he has the power, he now is playing on his intelligence, and he whooped it right back on him. For it is written. Satan know that stuff is written. Even his destiny was written. He know it's written, but he's going to bounce. Yeshua said it is written. Then Satan is going to bounce it right back on him. On verse 6. And said unto him, if thou be the son of Yah, which is the power, cast thyself down. See, that's what he's saying, the power. He's saying if you cast yourself down, the power is going to protect you. If you be the power. See, he still is unsure. He still is unsure, but watch what he says. For what did he say? And he said, For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Now, how are you telling him what heaven has written? You see, Satan. See, that's why I tell y'all, it pays to know that heaven got everything orchestrated. Even Satan knows it. And he went and challenged the Son of Man with the same words. The Son of Man said, it is written that man don't live on bread alone. Satan came back and said, it is written that if you just jump off, he'll send, you won't hurt yourself because he'll send his angels in charge concerning thee. You see how he using what Yeshua was saying, but deep down, Satan know it's written. You know it's written. That's why Yeshua told him, it is written. Let them know, you know it is written. Okay? So here Satan turned around in verse 6 and said unto him, if thou be the Son of Yah, I mean, if you be the power, cast thyself down. See, Satan really don't care about the Son of Man. He care about the Son of Yah. He don't want to be buckling up against him. But when he see that he's not getting a response and he's not doing these things and he's not testing the power, then he now realized that he's up on he's tempting just the Son of Man. Oh, he know he's tempting just the Son of Man now, because he even flipped on the Son of Man. It is written. You can't roll up like on y'all like that. Satan ain't gonna roll up on y'all like that. The son of Yah, he ain't gonna roll up on him like that. He'll roll up. You'll see it throughout the Bible, him rolling up on Yeshua. You'll see him over and over allowing things to take place where Yeshua rebuke or bring back or heal, but you ain't gonna see him rolling up on the Son of Yah. Just like them demons was in that man, you seen them, they came right, didn't it? What did they say? Please don't destroy us before the appointed time. Why? They knew it was the Son of Yah in him. Oh, Father Yah. They knew what time it was. Please don't destroy us before the appointed time. Yeshua never could destroy the demons, only Yah himself. But they knew he had the Son of Yah with him, meaning all power, the Father's right hand. So they begged, please don't destroy us. That's why they end up going into the herds. He let them go into the pigs, and they got out, drowned the pigs, but they still got out. But it's the idea of how they was pleading with him not to destroy. They weren't talking to the Son of Man. They were talking to that power. They was talking to, and see, here Satan don't know if he's dealing with the power, if he's dealing with the Son of Man, or if he's dealing with the Son of Yah. But what it seems like, he realized he's dealing with the Son of Man. Now watch this here. Verse 7. Yeshua said unto him, it is written again. Notice Yeshua said again. It is written again. Why? Because Satan come telling him, oh, you can go on and commit suicide. There, he'll send a legion of angels. Watch this here. Watch this here. This is what I want y'all to understand. Where, and this is going to mess you up and it's going to mess you down. Now, if you don't grip this here, you just lost. Go back to verse 6. Go back to verse 6. Look right here where it says, I'm going to stop and then I'm going to start over. Watch this here. And in verse 6, Matthew chapter 4, verse 6, and said unto him, Satan said unto him, if thou be the Son of Yah, which is the power, cast thyself down, for it is written. Watch this here. He, who is he? You're stuck now, ain't you? Who is he? He shall give his angels a charge concerning thee. Satan switched from the Son of Man, and now he's telling the Son of Man what the Father would do. You see? So how is it that he's addressing him by saying, he shall give his angel charge concerning thee? But you're talking to the Son of Man. The world calls the Son of Man God because they missed Genesis 1 and 2. They didn't understand that the Son of Man is the Son of Man, but the Son of Yah is the Father's right-hand power. And that's what the Son of Man came down here with. But going to this mountain, mind-wise, Satan, Yeshua didn't have the son of Yah with him. And that's what Satan was asking him. Are you the son of Yah? If you the son of Yah, do these signs and this miracle. Do this here. Fall, you ain't gonna die. He'll send a legion of angels. If you be. Notice Satan kept asking him, if you be the power, because he wanted to find out, wait a minute, do you have the power with you right now? I know it's going to come with you later, but do you have it now? He didn't have it, child. That's why he had to fast. He had to shut that flesh down. Why? You and I. We were supposed to walk in his footsteps, knowing that any mountain we go up, we can come down, because it's written that we don't live on bread alone. Because this bread down on this earth, which is the mouth of many men and women and the mouth of Satan, we don't live on that. Why? Because it's written. How are you going to live the way everybody on this earth tell you to live if it is written how your life going to go? How you going to live? Let me explain that again. If it is written, Satan know it's written, Yeshua know it's written, and Deborah definitely know it's written. What is that saying? That no matter what go on down here, it's already written. And this is what he was trying to tell him. And Satan tried to pull it back on him and say, it's written also, if you jump off and show me that power, the angel's going to pick you up. He's going to send his angel. Who is he? I like the whole world to tell me. That divide is right there, shows you who's the son of man and who's the son of Yah. Even Satan knows the difference. But these people living on this earth and don't even know it. They don't even know it. Satan even calling it out. He said in verse 6, he shall give you angels. Who is he? I thought the world said Yeshua is God. Wait a minute. How could he be God? And then who is this person? He said, shall give his angels charge concerning thee. He's telling this to Yeshua. Because Satan knew that Yeshua was not God. He was the Son of Man that came down here with the power, the word, and the spirit of Yah. But here he didn't have it. And Satan was testing him to see if he was the Son of Yah, which is the power. And then what Yeshua says in verse 7. Yeshua said unto him, it is written again. See, he's telling him it's written again. If Yeshua is telling Satan that it's written, I want to just take y'all there. I'm going to take y'all there. If Yeshua is telling Satan it is written, Satan telling Yeshua it is written, what in the rats behind wrong with y'all? Thinking y'all ruling this darn earth and everything down here. Here they are telling y'all that it's already written. Revelation 20 telling you it's already written. The book's been closed and heaven opened, because what's in it is your whole life. You're written in and written out. It's finished. So this is why you don't need nobody to tell you, keep Torah, wrap your head, dress like this, look like that. Wait a minute. When you finish looking and clowning down here, heaven's already got you rolled in and out. So what's going on? But if your actions are speaking evil and wicked and darkness down here, well, you know which book you belong in. You see what I'm saying? If you don't take heed to the ones, the servants that the Most High has given spirit and truth and light to, you know what book you in. So that's why I say it don't bother me for people to come in and out of my page or come in and out listening to me. It don't bother me at all. Because to me, you ain't in nothing but pitch dark once you leave. That's all I see. I don't have no problems. So here, I'm like this. Because Satan has told you all, it is written. Here it is. Yeshua had told y'all, it is written. Revelation 20 and verse 12 let you know, it is written. Well, when was it written? Before anything was created. So that lets you know, what choice do you rule over? How do you see? That's how ignorant people are. That's why I say people you ain't awakened. You awaken to midnight, darkness, and wicked and ignorance. But a true person that's awakening can understand exactly what I'm saying. It's written. And when it's written, that means this is why he told me in the last year to tell you all, it's finished. It's over. He ain't finna open no books and rewrite nothing. For what? It was closed before heaven and earth was created. So you was already in the book, written. So what Yeshua say in verse 7? And Yeshua said unto him, it is written, thou shalt not tempt thy Lord, thy God. He's telling you, Yah. He's telling you, Yah, that he's not allowed to tempt Yah nor Satan. We are not allowed to tempt him. He's letting you know, I'm not Yah. I'm the Son of Man with the spirit, the power, and the word that's coming down with me. But he's telling him right here, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy Yah. My God and your God. My Yah and your Yah. We ain't got no business tempting. Let him say no. He rules. My Father rules. I like that. He said, Yeshua said unto him, it is written. See, it is written. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. He's your God and mine. We ain't got no business tempting him. So when you up here trying to tempt him to step in and show things, to reveal things to you, to see if he's with me, we ain't going there. We ain't here to tempt him. You're here to tempt me. That's what he's telling you. Only reason why he was tempted. To be tempted. He was in this situation in the wilderness to be tempted. Now, when you see he's into the wilderness to be tempted, what Sister Deborah said, prophetess in the wilderness. If Yeshua can go to the wilderness to be tempted, Sister Deborah goes to the wilderness to be taught by Yah. You have to know what the wilderness is to Yah. For him to move those people from Egypt across the desert, across the sea, parting the sea over to the other side, why would he bring them to a wilderness that he didn't prepare for them? And what did they do? They died there. But that was a wilderness he prepared. He prepared it first and then brought them through. See, people don't understand. When they talk about wilderness, you have to understand it's not the wilderness of man. It's the wilderness of Yah. You just got to know what wilderness it is. That's what you need to know. And when you've been taught by these flesh of these loudmouth men, you'll never know what's right in none of them. So verse 8 said, again, the devil taking him up into an exceedingly mountain and showed him all the things of the world and the glory of them. And that's how he's showing you in the flesh how women and men, how Satan is going to tempt you just like this here. He's going to offer you the world. See, he told the rich people, I mean, the singers, Beyonce and all them, he told them straight up on the floor. Did they pay any attention? Nope, they went straight in. Oprah. It went straight in. Sold their souls over deep. Okay, now watch this here. And that was in verse 8. Again, the devil taking him up into an exceedingly mountain and showeth him all the kingdom of the world and the glory of them. And this is the problem I was trying to explain to y'all. There are people that might not support Deborah, but will support things that they think that gives them the world. Y'all going to deal with you based on the way you magnify the world. Because the treasures for the heavens is when you deal with his and what he represents. It's a big difference. The world loves their own, and that's what most people feed into. And he don't have no problem with that because he's going to take care of his own anyway. I know that to be a fact. He's going to take care of his own anyway. He's giving people the opportunity to build up treasures in the heavens. He said it. I give you opportunity to build up treasures in the heavens. How are you going to do that, Father? How are they going to build up treasures in the heavens? He said, when you give it unto the least of them, you have done it unto me. That's what Yeshua told the ones that was in heaven. The righteous, when they done it unto the least of thee, they have done it unto me. Who is the thee? The righteous one. That's what he was saying. Yeshua was saying that to the righteous one. They were saying, well, when did we give you that? He said, when you done it unto the least of them, these, which were the righteous one, you have done it unto me. People don't even understand who the righteous one is because they so busy thinking they are the righteous one. What they have, what they doing, what they got. That's all everything everybody meditate on. But guess what? Hold up. We got some more days to come, y'all. Okay. Now he said in verse 8, again, the devil taking him up into an exceedingly high mountain and showed him all the kingdom of the world and the glory of them that is known. Especially now, people running out thinking they got money to buy land and everything, and they going out themselves. And Satan gonna meet them right out there. A lot of them that's out there, they don't even understand that because there's no spirit and truth. There's no light. They just out there running for their flesh. This here explained Beyonce, Oprah, and Tyler Perry, all of them that didn't sold themselves over. But a lot of people we look at them saying they just sold themselves over. It's a lot of them that ain't even famous, that ain't even nobody. It's just people mindset. They mindset. They're just like Satan playing with his mind. That's how Satan doing with people's mind today. He messing with their minds, thinking, making them build up treasures on themselves. Down here on earth, y'all, they ain't worried about nothing, but they don't understand the storm. I sit and listen to these heathens sit here and say it. I said, how are they supposed to know? Where do they get that from? How do they know? And I'm saying, but they're right, because that's what I see. But these darn Negroes, they don't see nothing but darkness calling it light. So when we get to verse 9, he said, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee. That means Satan telling him, follow me, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. So what is Satan saying now? Anybody in live chat? I know you're not going to know it, but Satan said in Matthew chapter 4 and verse 9, he said, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. What did Satan come to the conclusion of when he said that? What did he realize? What did Satan realize when he said that? He realized, I'm going to go on and say it, that was the Son of Man on the mountain and not the Son of Yah. Listen to what he said in verse 9. And he said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Do you think for 1 minute that Satan would have said that to the power? Satan couldn't even afford to say something like that if the Son of Man, if the Son of Yah was there. You notice he didn't say, I want y'all to pay attention. In verse 9, he didn't say, if thou be the Son of Yah, all these things will I give thee if thou will fall down and worship me. You notice he didn't say, if thou be the Son of Yah. He realized he ain't the Son of Yah. That's what he realized. He realized he wasn't the Son of Yah. He picked him. He picked this man. And he realized that he didn't have the power. You see? So he figured he was dealing with man, just the flesh, the Son of Yah. Not the Son of Yah, the Son of Man. He realized he's just dealing with the Son of Man, not the Son of Yah. And that's why he said, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Why is he saying that to him now? Why ain't he said, if thou be the Son of Yah? Because now he realized he ain't the Son of Yah. Woo, Yah. He realized he ain't the Son of Yah. So he can say that. He can tell him to worship him because you ain't nothing but flesh. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. You have to be able to know who the Son of Man is and who the Son of Yah is. Put them together in the Father and bring them apart to dissect this book. That's the only way you're going to know. You have to be able to put them, put the Son of Man, put the Son of Yah, know the Son of Yah, know the Son of Man, put them together in the Father, break them apart to be able to dissect this book. You can't do it with put them both of them together. You can't do it. You got to put them together in the will of the Father, in the Father's mission. You got to always put them together in the Father's mission, but you have to be able to dissect it. The Roman Catholic didn't know how to really smear it to where they can really get it because they never got it. They got enough to make movies and make everything and to prepare today from this book. But it's some things they're doing that it's not lining up with the book, and therefore it's a chaos. It's not a done deal. But the movies that they that's what they get it from. See, they getting it from the smeared of the Roman Catholic. Had Roman Catholic done smeared it, and they go trying to make a movie. And a lot of their movies really is geared to this book, and because they master it, you know. And the Roman Catholic had a great deal to do with smearing it up and smearing it down. That's why it's important to have the Holy Spirit. People don't understand that. It ain't about how you are able to know Torah or Greek or Hebrew or knowing this from the beginning to the end from the beginning, or knowing all the lost books and all this and that. That ain't what it's about. It's about spirit and truth, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, the true teacher that leads you in the light, not in darkness. Okay? So this is what he said. He's now realizing Yeshua is not the Son of Yah, and he says to bow down and worship him. Do you think the Son of... Now listen to this. Let me give you another clip, y'all. You seen how the man was, and this is several times where he was rebuking the demons out of the possessed, and you see how the demons had a lot of respect for him, okay, and was saying, please don't destroy us. And I think that's done at least 3 times from different messages here, giving you how the devil, the demons recognize Yeshua, the Son of Man, but they recognize the Son of Yah more so than the Son of Yah, man, because they know you ain't gonna be able to pull up on the Son of Yah. No, you're not gonna be able to pull up any way you wanna up on the Son of Man when the Son of Yah is present. So they know when they see the oh man, when they said to him, "Or have you come to destroy us before the appointed time?" Who was he talking? Who was that? Who in the live chat know who the demon was talking to? Have you come to destroy us before the appointed time? Who were they talking to? Anybody in the live chat? Pull that up. See if you know who that is. No, but who were they talking to? Power, yes, but who were they talking to? Who is the power? Who were they talking to? And how did they recognize Christ? Exactly. It was Christ, which is Yah, the Son of Yah. That's right. Because see, he ain't scared of the Son of Man like he ain't scared of us. But the Son of Yah, they are scared of. You see what I'm saying? They know that is the Father's right hand. So I tried to ask you all, when he said that he's the Son of Yah, exactly, the Son of Yah, Hamashiach. Let me tell you what happened. Right there is a sign to show y'all what I'm trying to tell y'all, that if they don't understand who the Son of Yah is versus the Son of Man is, you're lost, because you have to be able to know the two, bring them into one. Bring them into one. Let them work the Father's will, and then pull them out and let them work according to what is. Because the one that's coming in you, it's not the Son of Man. It's the Son of Yah, which is the Father, power, his spirit, and his word. He's coming to teach you all things. Didn't you hear what he said? He said, greater in you. He said, greater is in thee than he that is in the world. That means in here is the greatest. You get what I'm saying? And that's how Yeshua was. When he had the Holy Spirit in him that had the power, he was the greatest. But when they came out, then that's why he was hollering when he was saying, why have thou forsaken me? Abba, Abba, why have thou forsaken me? Or when he was in Gethsemane, when he said, take away this bitter cup, not my will, but thy will. Because what happened? He had to return back to the Son of Man and get up on that cross as flesh for you and I. He couldn't get up there with the Son of Yah. You ain't getting up on no cross with no Son of Yah. The whole world would have ended. You ain't gonna get up on no cross with the Son of Yah. The whole world would have ended. Now you can get up there as the Son of Man, Yeshua, but you ain't coming up like that. Son of Man, you can get up on that cross, but you ain't getting up on that cross as the Son of Yah. That's all power. You can't nail the power to the cross. You can't nail my Father's Spirit to the cross. You can't nail his his word to the cross. But you can nail the Son of Man. And the Son of Man was the only sacrifice for our sins. We are flesh in sin. He was the Son of Man, flesh, born of a woman. He had to get up on that cross like you and I and die for our sin in the flesh. Praise the mighty God. And at that moment, heaven's had books was already closed. You think it didn't know? You think it wasn't already written? It was already written, y'all. When was it written? Remember it said the Lamb was slaughtered before the foundation of the world. That's when that book was written. You was in there then. So see how you ain't got no choice. Like you think you got a power and a choice to make decision, and you ain't got nothing. You're going according to what already is written. Your beginning and your end. And your eternal life is already written. And your ugliness down here is already written. So what happened? When he get up on that cross, he get the hooping and hollering. Abba, Abba, why have thou forsaken? Wait a minute, hold up. You sure what are you hollering for? You knew that was the mission. It was written that you come down and down the cross. I know that, Deborah, but I started to feel that thing. That's what I'm talking about. You got to feel this thing, y'all. Y'all got to feel spirit and truth. You can't talk this thing. You can't walk this thing. You can't teach this thing. You can't pretend this thing. You can't clown this thing out. You got to feel this thing. Yeshua on the cross, he felt that thing. And he gave up the ghost. He gave up the ghost. Y'all wasn't going to let him suffer no more. He had completed the mission of my Father. And then what come down? Oh, here come the Son of Yah. Going and easing in the grave. He want to go in there with him. Lay with him for 3 days so he can rise him up on the what? The third day. And guess what that was? All power. Praise the mighty God. Yep, the Son of Yah pulled on up. Once he let loose. Why do you think Yeshua was hooping and hollering about them sleeping and praying? He's telling them, y'all pray. Y'all pray just an hour until I come back. Well, wait a minute, hold up, Yeshua. What are you talking about? She said, Deborah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm in the flesh now. You know what I'm talking about. Come back again and they sleep. Wait a minute. They can't stay up for 1 hour? Well, see that flesh talking. That was that flesh. That was the Son of Man talking. Because now it's time to die like a man. But once he died, the Father sent back his power. The Son of Yah came back and laid with him 3 days in the grave just to bring him up through what? My Father's right hand power. That same one right here. Let me show y'all. This is why he said they missed it in Genesis. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And Yah said, let us make man. Now watch this here. Let us raise Son of Man up. He was telling his power. I'm just giving you an example. See how it matches? Let us raise the Son of Man up. That's what he did. He went back into the grave, laid with him 3 days, and raised his butt up. With what? All power. Hallelujah. See, we got to give. See, what happened is when we not able to distinguish the two being one and doing the will of the Father, then what happened is we don't know the Father. We don't know the Son. And we don't know the Hamashiach, which is Christ. We don't know. We just running out ugly mouths, playing the game, running in circles, thinking we know something. We don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. Now let's go to Luke. No, we're gonna go to Ephesians. Let's go to let's go to Ephesians. Watch this here, y'all. Watch this here. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 17. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 17. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 17. Oh, no, we finna bag this thing up and we're going to bag this thing down. In Ephesians, we're going into, you know what I didn't do? Deuteronomy 28. No. Deuteronomy 8. I'm sorry. Deuteronomy 8 and verse 3. Deuteronomy 8 and verse 3. Is that right? Yes. Deuteronomy 8 and verse 3. It reads, and he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with mammon. First thing he did, he humbled them. Then he suffered them to be hungry. Okay. And then he fed them with mammon, which thou knewest not. He fed them with food. Food from heaven. Mammon from heaven, which thou knewest not. They never knew. Now watch this here. Not neither did not kneweth not. Neither did their fathers know. So even their fathers didn't even know. That he might make thee known that man don't not live by bread only, but by every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah doeth man live. So when y'all thinking he's talking about natural food when Yeshua was on that mountain, he wasn't talking about natural. Here it's giving you an example of what he did to them. Y'all got to understand what he did to them. Listen to what he did. He humbled them first. So he got their minds and their bodies into a humble setting. Now watch what he did then. And he suffered thee to hunger, meaning they hungry. They were hungry. Okay. Now what was this here? He was trying to get them to be obedient, but this is what he was. This is a mystery, y'all. Watch this here. And which knew it not, he said, and fed them with mammon, which thou knewest not. Neither did thy father know. Y'all fed them, and they knew it not. With mammon. They knew it not, nor did their father know. That he might make thee known that man do it not live on bread alone, but every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah do it man live. So this is going back. See, mammon is not food. It's not food, you guys. This is not like food for the flesh. That was food for the spirit. But he had to get them humble and let them be in hunger. But he gave them food from heaven that not even their fathers knew, nor them. This going back to what Yeshua was also saying, man don't live on bread alone. See, a lot of us thinking the bread he's speaking of is the food for our flesh, which it could be that he's saying that. But when you start to teach spirit and truth, you got to get in the deepness of what he's saying. Because I think we really is being up and been down. Because we really think we live on what we want to eat, what we want to drink. You know, we live in the streets drinking and eating, restaurants and fast food and all our favorite meals we eating. And that's why we have no spiritual sight, because we living on what we're taking in the flesh. We don't know what it's like to live by every word that proceed out of the mouth of Yah, because it is spirit. And that's why they can't teach y'all that. They can't pull up and start teaching y'all spirit and truth, y'all. It is written that that's not how he rumbled. All these people y'all see teaching and preaching and soul sound good to you. You think you're going up and you're going down. You don't even understand. You ain't doing nothing, going around and around and around. You know what? Like I said, I heard someone talk about the Catholics. The Catholics is the last thing you want to talk about, because I think that Hebrew Israelites ain't got nothing else to talk about no more, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that or not. They ain't got nothing to talk about no more. They're just talking about anything to get what? Likes and subscribers. They'll feed you some food left over from 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. They'll pull it up this day and time and say, see, eat it. And everybody say, ooh, 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 you sound so good. Ooh, you taste so good. Ooh, that's a good message. And they ain't did them but route back around with what they done talk, just changed a few words. And everybody eating it like it's a full meal deal. But it's for you, so it ain't nothing wrong with it. It's for you. That's your portion, as Solomon said. But man, don't live. But Christians, the reason why Christian did exist, those were the people that Paul ministered to, the Gentiles. And a lot of them was getting killed and murdered because they decided to believe in Christ. And they called themselves Christians. And because we end up in this land of our captivity, and when we awaken, we got real ignorant. We got real ignorant. We start pulling up out of the Christian churches with no understanding. We didn't have no understanding when we was in there. They definitely ain't got no understanding out, because they still going from one darkness to the next one. If you had any sense, they need to sit down and shut up and learn something, so they understand that you got your mouth on something you don't know nothing about. So back in Paul's time, he was given to the Gentiles. Who gave him to the Gentiles? The Most High Yah. Well, if the Father is giving Paul to teach the Gentiles, is he getting Paul to teach the Gentile the word of man, or evil and wicked? What was Paul going? He was going to teach to what? Same thing we was taught. To the Gentiles. And they called themselves Christians because they were matching Christ, the name Christ. And they called themselves Christians. And what I learned was, back in them days, and yeah, this is really sad, because you have to really get the history on it. And that's why I said Negroes, they don't get the history on nothing right. Look at us as Hebrew Israelites. All these 12 tribes they got posted is a lie from the pit of hell. They ain't even upright. They ain't even just. But they lining themselves up with righteous and upright. Baby, you ain't in there. You're not counted. That's how stupid they are. They just doing, they are signing to all kind of wicked and evil. Y'all say, if you know that somebody's doing something wrong and you stand back and okay it and also clam on top of it like it's okay, that's what these men are doing with each other. They cross-tagging each other. As long as they thinking they destroying woman. They doing it. And a lot of the killing, the Father said, comes from out of the Hebrew Israelites' mouths. That's what he said. Because they're boosting these men to destroy these women. Purposely. And it's a reason, y'all. And that's why I said to you women, when he told them 7 women to 1 man, he letting you know, women, I'm going to tear their tails up. I'm taking their lives. But y'all won't see it like that. Because you think you can't do without man, but you're going to be left here anyway. Because if you are written for the Lamb Book of Life, you know, like Sister Deborah know, you see who they are. You're not going around here trying to make them something that they shouldn't, that they are not and never was. So those people that was calling themselves Christians, that ain't got nothing to do with the Hebrews. They ain't the Hebrews. They ain't the Israelites in the house of Israel. Was Paul called? Who was Paul called to? Was he called to the Gentiles, or was he called to the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah? See, they don't want to take that. They don't want to stay. They're ignorant. And they always got something to say about the Catholic because they trying to sell you a good pitch. They got to get their numbers, y'all. They don't care about the midnight hour we're in. and the judgment is at hand. They don't care about that. They're just trying to get some subscribers and likes so they can get a check so they can feed their families. And y'all too ignorant to see that. They ain't giving you nothing for your spirit. But let me tell you what happened. Roman Pope poured in. This is after Paul and them was all gone. The disciples that was started, Peter and all them, and Paul dead, all them. Roman poured up and decided to grab power. Okay, and when they grabbed that power, because they didn't like the idea that the so-called Christians, which has taken on the gospel of Christ, they decided to destroy them. And they did, y'all. Live. They didn't get destroyed like knocked in the head or a sword. No, they got burnt up, hands cut off, head cut off. They got stuff like that. I know the head is a quick death, but still the idea of leading up to that. A lot of them went in still holding on to the gospel, still what they believe in Christ. And see, what a lot of people don't know, when you go into it and start doing a study, let me tell you what messed me up, is I realized when they said Christian, that means Christ. Christ is the power. So Satan knew they had a belief of the power. To where these ignorant people today don't know about the power. That's exactly what he said. If they missed the power in Genesis 1 and 2, Deborah, they'd have missed the whole thing. To where here these Christians calling themselves Christians after the word Christ. Christ is the power. And they adapting the Christians. So why was the Roman deciding to team up? They assigned them a pope. It never was popes. It was only one. And they decide all over the world that now the Pope is going to now be the power over the whole world. Anybody that believes and say that they are Christians and they believe in Christ, they will be beheaded. See, so a lot of people don't understand that word Christ is just the way they say it here in this country. The day of Pentecost, so everybody was hearing others saying it in their language. That tells you need to shut your darn mouth talking about Hebrew Israelite or how to speak how to speak not Torah, how to speak Greek and what the Hebrew language, Hebrew, I believe it is. Torah, not how to Hebrew. So when you running around here saying that, the day of Pentecost, when they was all in upper room, the people heard them speaking in different tongues. You see? So, but yet, do you think them speaking in different tongues, weren't they on one accord? Yes, ma'am. When the day of Pentecost, they was on one accord, even though people heard them speaking in their language. Why? Because that was a sign to you. Now, let me stop. Not say to you. Was saying to me that when people speak, they speak in their language. Okay? If the United States says Jesus Christ, then that's in their language, in the English language. Where the problem come up is when they try to match a picture to the name. You see what I'm saying? When they try to match the picture to the name. See, you can't do that. And then that's where they messed up at. But the Roman Catholic had was connected to that. And then what happened is, back in the days, they killed them. They kept them all over the place. So when you remember we was talking about Revelations, the what was it? How many churches was that? 7 churches? Was it 7? That's where they were. Those people, those Christians were in those 7 churches. You see what I'm saying? And they killed them. They murdered them. Today, they're not over there. And there's signs showing you how they killed them and murdered them. Yes. Yes, they did. And the sad thing about it is, like Paul, Peter, and all of them that died, let me tell y'all something. Those Christians died believing in Christ. See, a lot of the Negroes today don't know who Christ is. They don't know who Christ is. Do you think the Roman Catholics would be killing them, the Christians back then, if they knew that they wasn't really serving the real thing? Just think, y'all. Just think for a minute. They knew they were serving the real thing. And they killed them alive. And the children by great numbers. Families, mamas, everything. Killing them, beheading them, putting them on fire. Most of them they put on fire, tormented them, put them on a bed of fire, and let them just cook and holler. They did a lot of them like that. Thousands and thousands of them. Christians, Gentiles. You see? So today, what has happened, the Roman Catholic got power. They won. They won, you guys. They won. They won over them. And that's where you see who ruled the world. And that's why they went into this book and smeared it. And they done away with all those people who believed and died believing Christ. They knew who Christ was. It didn't say they died because of Jesus Christ. That's not what I saw. That's not what I read. That's not what I followed when I was doing the study. It said Christ, 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 Christ. See, I know who Christ is, but you might not. Christ is the right-hand power of Yah. It is his spirit and it is his word that came down with the Son of Man. That's what the people were believing in. And that's why they called themselves Christian after the word Christ. But they all got killed. Now, you might have one or two or whatever left, but the majority of them got killed, child. They got murdered by the Roman Catholics because they wanted to start this one world system where the power of the world is up under the Roman Pope. Now, the sad part is about it, and the ignorance of these men and women that's on this devil platform teaching and been teaching, guess what? That same power is still over the whole world. And when he told me, it was about 4 months, to look up at every continent in every country and put in there Roman Catholics in Russia, Roman Catholics in China, Roman Catholic in Iran, Roman Catholic in Israel, Roman Catholic in France. I put them all over. Guess who's the power that runs it? The Roman Catholics. They run the whole world, even China. Wow. Y'all didn't know they did you. So you see how the Christians got, you hear in the Bible telling you the Christians was prosecuted. You don't even pay any attention because the Hebrew Israelite men has lied, and the women, they so ignorant and don't understand why you was in the Christian church. See, you were in the Christian church because when you got over here, that was the only thing that was going on, and they was how would I say it, giving it drink, pouring it down in you, forcing you to learn what they believe. That's why they quick to go to where the Roman Catholic had smeared it, obey your master. See, that's where you know they didn't smear it at, you see? So when you go in that area, you can see where they didn't took over and directing you to follow this. They would take out certain things. That was the Roman Catholic. A one world system still is. It's always been a one world system. Why they sitting right here talking about a one world government? Oh, they gonna come and trying to get us in one. Baby, your stupid tail was already in one. One in the Roman Catholics, the Pope, the Roman Catholics. The whole world is governed by them. The whole world is the power by them. Satan, you remember how it says in Revelation how Satan gonna give his power over to the beast and so on? Satan had given the power over to his right hand power over to the Roman Catholics. So this is why you see them doing a lot of sacrifice and messing with little boys and all this stuff that's real deep, y'all. It's so deep. A lot of times when you see people poisoning people, famous or and you wonder, oh, they died because they had a heart attack. No, they didn't, baby. All this stuff that y'all see from sex trafficking, organ trafficking, is still under the power of that same demonic spirit. And we're running around thinking that we're waiting for the one world system, baby. The one world system always been here. Everybody been under it. Every penny you made, they took. How is it you gonna labor and they gonna take Medicare, Medicaid, federal, state, before you even get your money you labored for. And then when you get your money, they hit you again at the end of the year. And then you have to get insurance. So you pay it all your car insurance, house insurance. You have to get health insurance, dental insurance, everything for your body, everything for everything you own. You're going right back, getting them back the money. That's a one-world system, y'all. You're just too stupid to know it. Because you're so busy letting these Negroes out here teach y'all. And you know what the white people know? You know what they're saying? That they have put us in slavery. Baby, let me tell you something. While you thought you was doing good because you was making all that money, you've been in slavery. You just too stupid to know it. It's the one world system always been here. Look at people cards. They went and got the chip, the cards for all your money to go on. And they even changed the banks charge you for taking your money out. Come on now, y'all. Look at how they didn't rip you off. And then when you have a baby, you sign your birth certificate, the baby's birth certificate of his birth, saying you his mother. You think you saying his mother. No, you selling it off to the system. See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all just don't know. It's Father, I better quit. I better quit while I'm ahead. Okay, we spoke of I got on here the pastors. The Father said to me, the pastors will never teach spirit and truth. That's just out of this question. So if you get onto YouTube and you see these people talking, the more you're going to hear them, you're going to realize they ain't got no spirit and truth in them, no light, or they teach it. Pretty much you all would pretty much see it, but that was something that was mentioned. I just realized I got it. And then he said, leave the Christians alone. That's what I got on here too. To leave the Christians alone. We all went that route. Okay. And how is that? You remember he said he ordered the steps. He's ordered our steps, but that could be the steps of the righteous. And that's what he might be most likely he's talking about. Because if he's ordered your steps, no matter which way you go in life, it has been ordered from heaven. You see? So you can't too much look at say, because if that's the case, all these people, these men that's been molested, you know, they got an okay slip in heaven. But he's not going to hold you to the point where because you was molested, you get the kingdom of heaven, eternal life. No. Heaven's already locked you in and locked you out before you got down here. He knew you before you was in your mother's womb. He predestined you. He ordained you. So he know who you are already. What he going to ordain you and not know you? How is he going to predestine you and not know you? How he gonna know you in his mother? He knew you before you was in your mother's womb. How he gonna know that? How he's gonna mold you with his right hand, like the potter of the clay? Come on now, y'all. Come on, you got to give the power back to where it's due, to the Father. That's his power. It's been taken out of the mouth, out of the strength, the minds, and the hearts of flesh and men and women have tried to strip the Father's power. He said, you can't do that. It is me. How are you going to get that out of there? That's the ignorance of them. They think it's in their hand. So I hope anybody in the live chat, do you have any questions? Ooh, I went past my time. Anybody in the live chat, do you have any questions? Anybody in the live chat, do you have questions? Yeah, because you know what else? You notice the type of prosecuting is really going on, not in the United States, but other countries. They're killing them now. It's going back to what I was trying to explain to y'all. It was like that after Paul and them had left. They were killing them people. You see what I'm saying? I know it. It didn't say the Hebrew Israelites because we were his special people. They wasn't doing us like that. But the time he sent his death on us, he was killing us. Y'all was killing us by 4, 5, 6, 7, 10,000, big time. He told who did he tell? He told David. After David had killed his lead man because he counted how many they had in the battle. He told him not to, but he counted it. So David killed him. And the Father said, because you killed him, okay, something has to happen. He gave him, I think, 3 or 4 choices, and David chose plagues, plague. Now he wasn't talking about killing David. Y'all brought the plague onto David's whole army. And I'm thinking the number was 10,000, y'all died. 10,000. That was the plague of my father, that right hand. See, you don't mess with him. And see, all the way through the Bible, you can't get these Negro men, nor these ignorant women to do the study on how many times y'all had to put them down. So if you think for 1 minute, we at the end, he ain't gonna put you down, he gonna put you up on a pedestal, you a fool. He's not gonna do it. Because what? It is written. So we can sit down here and monkey around and say anything and lie on him and say he said this and he said that, or he gonna do this, he gonna do that. You can say whatever you want. But when it all said and done, if you ain't speaking spirit and truth, you a mess creep. So Sister Deborah would say, if you had any questions, no one has. I appreciate you all. All right. I'm sorry. I held you too long. All righty. You all have a wonderful evening, night. And I know that you will. And I ask the Most High to bless each and every last one of you all. All righty. Shalom and shalom.